This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Break.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
St. Mary's High School. A welcome place for a night of basketball. But when those Saints go marching in, it turns into a hostile environment where we open the WDA conference season. It's Minot High and St. Mary's today on the PSP Network. We'll welcome you into the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show and Tony Wald Court in North Bismarck here on the campus of St. Mary's Central alongside Dallas Hanson. I'm Owen Patterson on the call. Glad you could join us today on the PSP Network as we open up the Western Dakota Association slate. Hello, everybody. Welcome into our broadcast position. Well, Dallas, we talked about this Minot High team a lot in the early part of the season. #1 overall. They put a 2-0 record together in non-conference play. But you take on a team like St. Mary's, team at 2-1. They've got a couple of veteran pieces and a couple newcomers. This could be a pretty scary matchup.
Yeah, and they played them really tough last year. I mean, you talk about a team that wants to play fearless, and that's what they have to do tonight. Talking to Ty Terry before the broadcast, he said, I just want my girls to go out and play like it's an open gym. Don't pretend it's not Minot High. Pretend it's not the Mighty Majets. Just play like we practice and we'll be just fine. And you got to look at Messer. I mean, she's having the season of her career, and then they've got this young 8th grader who's just coming out of nowhere. I mean, talk about height and welcome to the WDA. You're an 8th grader. You're going to have to go against one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, against Lily Bell. It's got all the makings of a great game.
Yeah, it should be a really good one. Let's set up the matchup first by looking at the standings in the Western Dakota Association to start the season here. Just in the non-conference slate, it was a couple undefeated teams. Mandan, Legacy, they go 3-0. Century goes 3-0 against non-North Dakota teams. Williston, Minot High, and Bismarck, as well as Minot North, go without a loss. I think the story of it all to begin this season, Dallas, was just the WDA stacked up pretty well against the EDC.
Oh, 1,000%. And I mean, look at that trip that Century took out to Nebraska, played very well. And then it's really close. And Legacy, making a legacy of their own and doing this all with some new pieces. And you have a pretty good group of players, but led by Marley Falcon. And then it's really, really tight. And I know a lot of people hate when I say this, but the WDA is tighter and tighter and tighter every year, and it's going to make for a very fun end-of-the-year tournament.
Yeah, and St. Mary's down there, number 9 on the graphic. Right. But let it be known, this is a team with some pretty high expectations, not only internally, but I think a lot of people that sit in our position every night and watch Western Dakota basketball say this St. Mary's team is really in a good position to finish top 5, if not top 4 by season end.
Well, it's their best start since 2014, 3-0, fantastic. And after what happened last year, to kind of have the summer that they had building this program back up. Lily Ettinger, 8th grader, again, averaging 16.7 points per game. She's currently 8th in the WDA. Not bad for an 8th grader there, OP. And then Matea Messer averages 21 points per game. She's ranked 5th in the WDA for points per game. Those two pieces are going to help you propel yourself into the kind of program you want. And mind you, Messer is used to going against Maggie Fricke. Maggie Fricke's not playing tonight, so how can the Majets control a mighty player like Matea Messer?
We'll talk about some players to watch, our keys to the game, and a look at the statewide rankings coming up next. This is just the start of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network, a doubleheader of WDA basketball on the PSP Network.
Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Welcome back to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Home to the 15-minute stay-in-your-car drive-through oil change. Locations in Minot or Bismarck. Also find out more of what they do online at VIOC.com. Home of the Lundins. Taking care of people over 25 years. They make local actually matter at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Bringing the pregame show today. Let's keep it rolling. Looking at the very recent AA media poll came out on Monday, and I tell you what, a pretty big shock to not see the Horace Hawks in the top 5. Obviously, you could call it an upset loss at home to Legacy and give the Sabres their credit for a 3-0 start going on the road and taking down a very highly respected team, but Horace ain't in the top 5 anymore, and that's pretty surprising.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I definitely think they're in the top 5 right now. Anytime you have a player like Lakin Donnelly, I truly think she's one of the best point guards in the state right now, and they're going to be back, and this is perfect bulletin board material for them. But, I mean, this is a top 5 right now, Owen, that I think the top 3 is kind of anybody's game right now. I mean, Century, obviously, Minot High without Maggie Frick in the lineup, that hurts them a pinch. It's yet to see after the first year how they're going to be with Maggie coming back into the rotation. But when I look at Century, I really like that team. They got the young Wellstead girl. I really like Abby Foslin's game. And then how about Legacy? I mean, OP, you mentioned that. To go on the road and take down one of the best teams, the past state champion, that's a huge thing. But don't forget about Fargo Davies. They're starting to put some nice things together. And also Shanley. It's just a fun year for girls basketball because it's loaded with talent, and we don't know much, and it's a very young season, but there's certain things that are going to come into play, and I can't wait to see how it ends up.
What a few of those teams receiving votes along with Horace, Mandan, and Bismarck. They're on the PSP Network tonight. Look at this full slate of Tuesday night sports on the PSP Network. 3 doubleheaders here in the capital city. They even brought us down from Minot to help the cause. Minot North is at Legacy as well today. Mandan at Bismarck. What a rivalry that is. A very storied one in this part of the state, happening at the Carl Guard. And then some hockey up in Minot tonight. Dickinson at Minot United. I tell you what, Dallas, we are really into the winter sports season with a schedule that's starting to look like this.
Yeah, and it's what a night for basketball, what a night for hoops. I'm so happy that basketball season is back. Oh, and I've missed it. I love you, basketball. Thanks for having us back. And what a facility this is. St. Mary's, this is a beautiful gym. If you haven't been here, make sure you get out here. But really excited, and like we said at the top, Owen, St. Mary's has played the Majettes very tough. Last season, there were 2 kind of very, very close games. So now is the 3rd time the charm. This same type of team, but can Lily Bell hold the charm?
Yeah, let's talk about some players to watch. That's brought to you by Planet Pizza, and we'll start with Minot High. It's Lily Bell. The last game against West Fargo Cheyenne, her 10th consecutive game with a double-double. I mean, one of those players where if it's a double-double every night, you just know what she's going to bring to a single game. The question will obviously be what St. Mary's can do to stop her, but why is Lily Bell winning all these matchups?
It's been her play from the back to the basket. I mean, block to block, she is unstoppable. I saw it last Saturday when they were playing against Cheyenne. It was so fun, Owen. And one thing that I like about Lily's game that I think she gets, this is her last dance, it's been the hustle. I mean, she's going after offensive rebounds. She's going in transition, and I'm not saying she never did that, but it feels like it's been upped. I mean, she's going to Oklahoma. She's going to have to do that next year and for the next 4 years. But to be honest with you, Owen, with the Majettes, I've really liked the play of Kinley Barch. I mean, this is a gal who's averaging 17 points a game, and she started off on Saturday's game hitting 2 straight threes. And we asked Lily after the game, she was our sports coach player of the game, we asked Lily, how big is that to get off to a quick start and you don't have to do too much? She said it's huge. That's what's going to help us become state champions. So if Barch can get going, Eve Knutsen's also a nice one. But the player that I discovered on Saturday that I really, really, really like her game is Cece Stevick. And we see her get a little time in JV, but she's a freshman, 5'9". This is a girl, OP, that can get out and run the floor with the best of them. As just a freshman, this is another one of those kind of Coach Schwartz experiments. Yes. Can she play big here and in a road game in the WDA? I expect a lot out of Stevick tonight.
Yeah, these players to watch segment brought to you by Planet Pizza. They have the best pizza on the planet. Been around for over 25 years with the largest laser tag playground in the region and a giant lunch buffet. And they deliver. Call now at 701-852-7 $1,700 to place an order at Planet Pizza. Let's go to the St. Mary's side. Who draws the card of having to guard Lily Bell tonight? And I tell you what, St. Mary's, they believe truly that they have a good option down there. 6'3", 8th grader, kind of caught this area by storm during the volleyball season. Lily Ettinger now looking to showcase what she can do on a basketball court as well.
Well, it is, and it's feet to the fire for Ettinger, because talking to Ty Terry says, this is the best way. If she wants to be great, why not go against the greatest player, and that's Lily Bell. So Ettinger is going to have her hands full. This is a welcome to the WDA moment for her. How will she handle it? Is she going to, one thing I'm going to watch, is she going to get in foul trouble early? Because if she does, the whole game changes for St. Mary's. They go from having one of their more premier post players, which they haven't had in a while, to, okay, now we're going to have to go with a heavy guard system, maybe play like 5 out, try to draw Lily Bell out. But it's going to be very interesting. But the straw that stirs the drink for me is Messer. I mean, she's got to play well. She's got to have one of those 25 points plus in this ball game for them to have a chance.
Yeah, but Taya Messer, really, you got the senior leader right there, Ettinger, the 8th grader. Looks a little like the Minot High group. I want to talk about Ettinger a little bit more. There's the numbers. They have been incredible over the first 3 games. And a game against Fargo North, 16 points, 16 rebounds. Incredible there. And then against Trinity in their last game, 21 points, 13 boards against the Titans. But yes, the welcome to the WDA moment today. We'll see how it goes for the 8th grader, Lily Ettinger, and the St. Mary's Saints. On the other side of this pregame break, we'll have the Northern Plains Heat Air keys to the game. Still getting started with doubleheader of WDA hoops today from St. Mary's. It's Minot and the St. Mary's Saints on the PSP Network.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
A great atmosphere here at St. Mary's High School, North Bismarck, as the Saints get prepared for a matchup with Minot High. You know, last year I was up here for a game, or down here, I guess, from Minot for a game, and it was kind of like blizzard conditions, same time of year. I'm glad that it feels like April this afternoon when we were making the drive.
Tomorrow's going to be interesting. A lot of wind, a lot of rain. Mother Nature is crazy this time of year, OP.
Yeah, I like it while it's around. Meanwhile, how about our Player of the Week promotion on the PSP Network? It's back as the winter sports season is. Brought to you by the Aggie Foundation, Ryan Family Dealerships, and Minot State University. 5 more great nominees this week. We'll have the winner from last week coming up later on in the broadcast. Hayden Braun led our Redeemers to a sweep in the Ned Rose tournament and a win over Minot High's JV team in the final. Lily Bell, Ellie Laskowski, the 2 leaders there in the Magic City. Cooper Anderson representing hockey, and Boston Cranston, the numbers are video game-like early on for Boston.
41 points in the game, and he gets his 1,000th point as well. I mean, this kid, BC, is the human microwave. Can heat up at any time. A lot of college offers. Watch out for Dickinson High.
3 games in, he's averaging 33 or some points per game for the Mavericks. It's pretty impressive what he's doing there. You can vote on any PSP Network social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. Just drop in the comments who you think this week's player performance of the week was. Again, that's brought to you by the Aggie Foundation. Player Performance of the Week, sponsored by the Aggie Foundation. Learn more about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com, as well as Minot State University and Ryan Family Dealerships. It's time we pause on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show leading up to tip-off here in Bismarck.
Instill in them respect for each other and reward them for their perseverance. We ask this through the intercession of Mary, the Mother of God, and the patroness of our school, as we pray together. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Mary, Queen of Victory, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please remain standing as we are about to salute the flag of our great nation. At this time, we ask your group to get here, place your right hand over your heart, and stand at attention as we play the national anthem.
Still leading up to tip-off here on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Minot High against St. Mary's here on the PSP Network. Our first of 2 games today on PSP. Let's take a look at our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. Northern Plains Heating and Air, there's no other choice to see their heating and air game. Call Dylan today at 222-2155 to make sure your furnace is ready for the winter months ahead. New installation and upgrades and all your furnace and AC needs. Again, call Dylan today at 222-2155. Well, it's something we mentioned quite a bit in our players to watch segment of the game, but the inside game for Minot High going to be important today in Bismarck.
Yeah, establish Lily Bell early and often, whether it's in transition and she can run down the court, but get something going. Make sure you get Ettinger, that 8th grader, a taste of what's to come here. Like we said, feet to the fire, but establish Lily, establish that inside game, and the rest will come.
I'd like to add something to that. The inside game could lead to the outside game. We've seen that for Minot High a lot. Their ability to distribute the basketball. I mean, there's, 5 players averaging 4 assists a game on this Minot High team, inside out for the Jets.
If I'm Lily Bell, just tell the other players, tell the 4 other guards, spot up. I'll get you the basketball, spot up.
As for the St. Mary's Saints, they're a team that's going to throw in a lot of different defenses at you. Some interesting looks. Could it be the full court press early today to match Minot High's defensive aggression? But nonetheless, if it's in the backcourt, if it's in the half court, early pressure key for the St. Mary's defense.
Well, if there's one thing we learned about these Ty Terry teams, this is his 3rd season, and he can throw anything but the kitchen sink at you. I mean, we've seen 1-3-1, 2-3, full court, diamond, everything. I expect him at a timeouts to go to a 1-3-1, but I'm going to see man early and just a lot of bottom down help with Lily Bell. So, like we said, Lily spot up, kick out, but pressure, pressure, pressure. Make sure these guards from Minot get tested early and often.
Ty Terry, the head coach of the St. Mary's Saints in his 3rd season. Just got above the 500 mark on his record here with the Saints, 27-26. Meanwhile, they're down the sideline. Jason Schwartz, 6th season leading the Jets, 105 wins to 29 losses, bringing his team on the road to St. Mary's, where they had a battle last year. Minot in the red, St. Mary's in the white. Tip-off is won by the Jets, and we are underway with WDA basketball on the PSP Network. First possession for Minot High. They'll get Everett DeShaw into the lane, poked away. Journey Okrup had a hand in it. It will stay with Minot. Their starting lineup: A.J. Rude, Everett DeShaw, Eve Knutson, Kinley Barch, Lily Bell. Look inside for Lely. Free throw line. Looks at the rim, but shot's going to be missed. Rebound deflected out of bounds by Rude.
That's one thing that's fun about Rude's game, Owen, is she's always crashing the boards. People forget about her on that three-point line. She's always crashing. Smallest girl on the court, but has the biggest heart.
Minot gets in the full court press, as we do expect from this Jets team. Jason Schwartz said this season the key is getting as many offensive possessions as they can, turning teams over. Well, they have done a wonderful job of that. Now 20 turnovers they force per game. Look inside for Ettinger. Able to get it under control, but so much contact from the help defense. Eve Knutson's going to be called for the foul.
Interesting play here by Coach Schwartz. He's starting out with Eve Knutson on Ettinger. A little bit of a height difference. Then he's putting Lily Bell on Messer. So kind of a switch up here. I don't mind it, but Eve picks up an early foul.
Maybe just a point where we say Matea can hurt us more anywhere on the floor than Lily?
Has to be.
Because Matea, listed as a guard, can score from literally anywhere on the court, even at that SM logo in the center. Ettinger misses the first free throw at the Serve Pro free throw line. Second one's up and good. There's your first points of the day on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Rest of the starting lineup for St. Mary's: Stella Gallick, Messer and Ettinger, Maya Jones, as well as Journey Okrup. Pushing Minot High back to half court. Bell tries to fight through the St. Mary's defense. That's an early foul against Matea Messer.
And that's the big advantage right there, is Lily Bell draws her out, and she's going to beat her off the dribble every time, so they're going to have to figure that out. But here's the troubling part if you're Ty Terry. Okay, you can't guard off Lily because her three-point shooting is incredible, but she's going to drive to the cup every time, and now that might see foul trouble.
Another missed first free throw. Bell hardly has done that this year or in her career. A smile after a miss. 1 for 1, or sorry, 1 for 2. 1-1 is your score.
And here's a player that I really liked. Her coming out party last year was the WDA tournament. That's Maya Jones, Owen. Really good ball handler.
Has done a lot of great things for St. Mary's this year, distributing the basketball. Messer, a step back three, is just off the mark. Knutson grabs the rebound. She wants to run. Outnumbered, though, will hold it up. Off his screen from Bell. Gets it right back. Open three. Off the rim, no good. Gallick jumps in for the rebound for St. Mary's.
That last possession was poetry in motion for the Jets.
Maybe the Saints just want to slow this one down. Maya Jones says otherwise. Dumps a pass to Lily Ettinger. Didn't have the look she was going for. Works out in the end, though.
Right place, right time. That's back-to-back possessions. The 8th grader.
First made field goal. Kinley Barch, baseline drive. Pivots. Finds DeShaw. Again carrying into the lane. Aggressively attacking this defense. Are the Jets just nothing to show for?
A little more ball movement from the Jets. They haven't even made it below 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Messer lost the dribble. Lucky to get it back. Hands off to Gallick, top of the key. 2 minutes gone by here in the first half. 3-1 St. Mary's in the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Okrup into the corner. Had a foot on the baseline and a turnover there for the Saints. Possession that kind of was a dead end.
Well, I think they listened to head coach Ty Terry. If you're a St. Mary's fan, this is exactly the start you wanted. Play like it's open gym. You don't care about the name on the jersey in the front if you're St. Mary's. Just play.
Bell working against Ettinger, gets the basketball, goes to work, gets the right hand. Ettinger the rebound.
It's frustration, Owen.
Yep. Let's watch that one again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. I mean, Minot High had the look. They're going to be going to this plenty of times tonight. Bell versus Ettinger, one-on-one. Just didn't get the roll. Spoke frequently about these matchups a year ago between St. Mary's and Minot. Like Messer was on the baseline there before the contact, so another turnover by the Saints. But they played each other 3 times last year, and all of them were maybe the closest games Minot High played all season, despite their losses to Mandan and Century.
Well, they match up well. They really do, and still with Maggie Fricky wasn't playing last year, but this is where they got to take it right now, off the dribble.
Long 2 from Bell. Still can't get it to fall here at Tony Wald Court.
Look at Rude.
Behind Rude, the steal. Well, Barch is going to get the credit. We've got a jump ball there in front of the bench, but another hustle play made by the senior guard, A.J. Rude.
And the one person that hasn't shot the basketball yet that I would like to see shoot is Barch from the Majets. Hasn't even touched it yet.
Saints with a 2-point lead early in the contest today. Messer again picks up her dribble. Bad spot. Hands off to Jones off the screen. Tough shot blocked by Bell. Barch one-on-one fast break with Gallick. They trust the right hand. Messer comes in, disrupts things. Out to an Eve Knutson 3. Ofer to start the game, or the Majets from the field.
Very quick offensively for the Majets. Work the basketball. I'm sure that's what Coach Schwartz is going to say.
Good back cut by Messer. The pass, though, a little low. Knutson steals it. The defense has kept up, that's for sure, for the Majets early on. Rude working against Gallick. Able to go to the free throw line. And a chance to tie it, but
Saints number 4, Stella Gallick, first personal, second team foul.
Rude makes the first. From the Serve Pro free throw line, 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Offensive rebound for Bell after the missed free throw. Puts one up. And the Majets still trailing.
It's a free throw game, Owen. Free throw game.
One made field goal in the first almost 4 minutes today. Here's Jones. Foot on the line. Still no good. Rebound tip to Okrep. Extra possession for the Saints. Messer, a little bit of room is enough to put up the shot.
Excellent box out by Eve Knutson that last possession. Good kick.
Here's Rude, straight on 3. And just a little short. Rebound to Jones. And I don't know if Minot High's got many offensive boards either off these misses. Jones does all the work herself right there. A floater in the lane. St. Mary's leads 5-2, and Coach Schwartz wants to talk things over. The Jets without a made field goal in the first 4 minutes, 15 seconds here on the PSP Network.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Verendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Verendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
There's the last play, the missed shot. Maya Jones gets that long rebound and then does all the rest. Hasn't had much of a scoring presence for the Saints to start this season, but both these teams will take any points they can get to start this thing, Dallas.
You can't buy a bucket here at St. Mary's tonight, but if you're a St. Mary's, Ty Terry, this is exactly what he wanted. Kind of a sloppy slugfest, if you will. And just watching Coach Schwartz during that timeout, Owen, and he's saying, hey, slow down. Okay, work the ball. Lily, block to block. Eve, keep shooting. Kinley, get ready for your shots coming. He's just kind of being that supportive guy right now, but they got to get something going here offensively.
Timeouts brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built to the bond between their employees and customers. Find them online at FIBT.com. Back to the basketball.
I love the substitution, bringing Stevic in here for the Majets.
First off the bench again today for Minot High. Rude, another open look from 3. Gets this one to go, and we're tied at 5.
That's that confidence. Coach Schwartz literally in the huddle looked at her and said, just keep shooting, keep shooting.
Yeah, Minot can't fault them for the shots they've been taking early in this game. Just haven't gone in. Now another steal. Had Stevic wide open running down the floor, but Barch hangs onto the basketball. Now she gets into the paint. Puts one up over Gallick, and it's good. Minot High, their first lead. And a steal in the backcourt by Rude. At least she just knocked the ball away. And it goes out of bounds. They'll stay with St. Mary's, but here's the turning point of this first half for Minot High.
This hustle is A.J. Rude. I mean, so fun to watch. And just look at this tenacity. This is all because of her right here. Gets it back.
Corner three.
And just watch her set up. The drive right here, kick, set up, shoot. Perfect.
Ryan Family Dealerships replay on the PSP network. Short corner 2 from Okrep, in and out. Another nice find by Jones. On the other end, Bell out to Stevic. Somebody's not guarding CC Stevic out there on a couple different possessions.
Good kick out by Lily. I mean, she knows that's a very improved part of her game is distributing the basketball, and you see right there. But good job again, starting to work here if you're Coach Schwartz.
8-0 run for Minot High out of the timeout. They went into the game for St. Mary's, Olivia Lundeen.
They're not guarding her, Owen.
Get the ball to Jones. Tries to put a shot up over Bell. Stays with the Saints. Corner 3 by Messer. She still has yet to get going. More chaos in the backcourt.
I was a Messer in the pregame. Didn't miss. I'm not sure if she's just overthinking it right now, but she was shooting so well, and I'm thinking, okay, the pink shoes are on, the jump shot is flowing, this is going to be a good game, but she's just starting ice cold. I'm not sure if she's overthinking too much, but they need her to come into a flow here offensively.
Only shooting 20% from three-point land to start this season. High pass, Bell able to collect it. Now being guarded by Messer with Ettinger out of the game. And Bell will go back to the free throw line, wondering who this foul is on. It will be Messer, an early 2 fouls from Isaiah Messer.
And they're going to bring Lily Ettinger right back into the game. They're not giving the 6'3", or excuse me, 6'3" eighth grader much of a break here, so they're coming right back.
Bell sinks the first. Today's broadcast on the PSP Network, brought to you by BSN. They create exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs, custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches apparel to fan wear, branding, and more. Got your local West Dakota sales prep today.
Lily Bell gets a breather here, and Brooke Bedell comes in, Owen, and they're really happy with what Brooke Bedell's brought to the Majet program. A nice piece, plays that 4 spot, power forward, can get some rebounds.
Yeah, the rebound number is very good for Bedell. 5.5 a game coming off the bench in just a couple minutes. Jones, another floater right in the paint. Finally breaks that scoring drought for St. Mary's.
Her first step is so quick. Maya Jones, track star, and you see right there why.
Stevic driving kick to Knutson. Barch, nice shot fake, the step back, the 3, it's up, but a little long. Deflected rebound goes back to Rude. New shot clock. Barch gonna let it fly again. Another miss.
Look at Eve.
Rebound will go to St. Mary's. And a wise timeout there by Ty Terry. It looked like Finley Schmidt was about to travel. Now it's St. Mary's trying to find a cure for some offensive problems.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Out the timeout, Minot High gets to set up their full court press. Saints having trouble even inbounding the basketball here. Down 5, still 11 minutes to go first half. Jets 12, Saints 7. WDA conference opener today.
Got to go towards the basketball if you're a guard for the Saints.
So St. Mary's unable to get that ball inbounds. Minot the steal and the score. Everett to Shaw for 2.
Maya Jones has got to go towards it. Oh no, go away and get a fast break.
Launch out from behind, gives it up to Ettinger. A lot of contact from Knutson. Still got the shot up, but not get it to fall. Let's watch that one again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Second foul for Eve, but it's a dangerous pass, but she somehow gets it in there. Maya Jones 2-on-1 now. Eve, that's her second foul, and that's a big one. Gonna have to switch up some matchups.
Another miss at the free throw line for Ettinger, now 1 for 3 at the stripe to start the game. Some more new players in at that last substitution. Rachel Schumacher for St. Mary's.
You got to hit a few of these free throws. You're trying to do the upset. You got to complete the basics. Free throws, one of those. There you go.
Anger's got the second, a 72% free throw shooter in the first 3 games of her 8th grade campaign.
4 points so far for the 8th grader. Good start.
Bell looking to drive against Ettinger. Gets right past the defense for 2. Just a look off to the left. Everything went back to the right.
5 points for Lely so far. That's going to be there all night, Owen.
Jones directing traffic with Messer sitting on the sideline with 2 fouls. Ettinger trying to post up. Keep working around the perimeter. Here's Okrup. Open look from Schumacher and gets it to go. Rachel Schumacher off the bench, her first made field goal of the year.
A sophomore, Owen, hitting a big 3 here. It's getting close.
Kinley Barch, dish to Bell. Her three's good.
As soon as that left her hand, you knew that was going in. Great spot up top of the key, one of her favorite spots to shoot, but it was the Barch. Look at this, Stevic.
Yeah, just not crisp passes right now for St. Mary's, and with that, they're going to send Messer back to the scores table. I figured this out. Gallagher gets around a screen, threw it away from Ettinger though. Bell looks up for Stevic, a little long, able to track it down, throws it blindly to Jones of St. Mary's. Heroes into the lane. Looked like Bedell maybe got a hand on it. It's a track meet still. Stevic, her fadeaway shot rolls off, no good. Offensive board, back out to Bell for 3. Her own rebound. Now drives in, puts up a shot, another miss, but a foul is called.
Uh-oh. I think they went knee to knee there, Owen.
Yep.
But that's scary if you're a Majet fan. Comes up a little gimpy here. Watch that left leg. Yeah, I'm guessing that's just knee to knee. It's good to see her okay.
2 free throws coming up for Lily Bell. About halfway through the first half, 20-11 Minot High.
I really like these rotations by both head coaches, getting some of these young players in for a couple minutes, getting some varsity out, then a quick sub back in. It's been about 2.5 minutes from what I've been watching.
Bell gets them both. He's into double figures. Again, 10 consecutive games with a double-double going back to last season. Last time they played St. Mary's, she had 40 points, 16 rebounds in the state qualifier game.
So here's a game within the game. Now he switches back. Knutsen's going to guard Ettinger.
Off a little bit of a roll there. Threw it high, but deflected out of bounds by the Majets. St. Mary's will inbound underneath their own hoop. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 9:05 on the game. Got to get it in. They do. It's to Lundeen. Up top, Gallick. Look inside. Ettinger deflected that one to Minot High. Still throwing a little high for the 6'3" 8th grader.
Bounce pass right there would have been nice.
Bell off the drive. Still not getting some friendly rolls down there.
St. Mary's, I get it. You want to pump it inside, but take your time. Get a few ball reversals on the outside. Make that Minot High defense work, and then let her go block to block and get post up. We got a timeout.
Ty Terry will talk it over. We might as well draw up our own play. 21-11 Majets. First National Bank and Trust timeout on the floor.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Hi, Carson.
What's up, guys?
What you doing?
Just helping out with the local food drive, looking for some more donations. What are you guys up to?
We're helping too. Look what we collected.
Well done. That's the spirit.
That's because we're building character.
You guys are characters, all right.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Giving back to the community is one of the guiding principles at First Western Bank.
First Western. You can bank on us.
A little bit of coach talk. St. Mary's maybe wearing out one side of the court a little bit. You're saying skip passes will help.
Skip pass, and then when Ettinger's posting up in the block. She's kind of opening up awkwardly on the wrong side. I'd just like to get her that one big right arm if you're on the right side open, and just make yourself big down there. You're going against Eve. There you go.
Pass right in from Messer. Puts one up. Saints looking for a whistle there. Everett to Shaw. Oh, no. And the shot immediately down.
Oh, no.
With 8:30 to go in the first half, and the Jets leading 21-11.
Unreal.
We will step aside on the PSP Network.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Welcome back to St. Mary's High School. Everett DeShaw will be carried off the floor. And I hate to say we've seen this before, but we have for Minot High. It's been so often over the past couple of years. A knee injury, immediately you know that one's a significant one. Horrible, horrible sight here at St. Mary's.
You talk about an athlete that's been playing great, had a great volleyball season this past season. Now basketball, she's a big piece, and I'm praying for her. Hopefully it's okay, but it didn't look okay.
Turnover goes to St. Mary's. Still Ettinger having trouble shooting over Eve Knutson. Quickly down the floor go the Jets. Set up the offense with Bell at the top of the key, leading by 10 here on the road. Kick out Knutson, corner three. That's good.
That's a good answer after what we just saw in the gym to come out and hit that shot. That's big.
And perimeter shooting has increased for Minot High here as they get a little comfortable here in the gym. Early on, they were ice cold. But Say and Messer longer than a free throw on the jump shot. Another one short.
We've got the heat cranked up to like 85 in this gym. My goodness.
Bell just steps right around into a three, putting up all kinds of shots today. Can this game by 10?
Can the Saints try to get an inside look right here?
Lob it up for Ettinger. Too far. Stevic throws it back to Rude. Looks up the floor for Barch. Kinley Barch lost it out of bounds.
I get the transition looks. They're working to a point, but there's no fault in drawing it back out a little bit and working the offense and just waiting a little patience here. You got some mismatches, but I mean, I'm pretty proud if I'm Coach Schwartz of Eve Knutson tonight. Shooting the basketball well, playing very tough defense, guarding the tallest girl. She guarded Messer a few times. It's been kind of Eve's night so far.
Coming up, the Jerome's Collision Center halftime report on the PSP Network. Still 7:20 to go in the first half. The Jets have 24-11 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Messer through a double team. Gets a pass away to Journey Okrup. Wants to drive. Right-handed layup is missed. Rebound tip to Lily Bell.
What a great drive by Journey, though. That's good news.
Still, Stevic finds herself open down the floor. Puts one up off the glass. To Bell, the second chance.
And Stevic's going to have to step up now with DeShaw out. She might even be a starter here, but nice take by Maya.
Fouled by Knutson. Yeah, you wonder about that Minot High rotation. I mean, they've already been digging way down the bench, just trying to fill the gap of what Maggie Fricke's been missing. Again, it'll be probably 3 weeks before we see her back on the court.
Well, they've been through it before. I mean, it's that next girl up mentality, and We're going to see Bedell get some more significant time. She's probably going to be limited now in JV, which I don't mind, and Stevic as well. But who can step up? Will it be Stevic? Will it be Bedell? Will Kinley start playing a little bit better? It's going to be interesting.
Second of 2 free throws for Jones. That's going to be airballed. Made one of them. About half of St. Mary's points coming at the free throw line here in the first half. Messer still not even in the box score.
Right. She needs to be. I mean, if the outside shot isn't shooting, no one, she's going to have to go inside. We see a zone defense now from St. Mary's.
Long pass out to Kinley Barch. That one rattles in for Minot High.
Kinley, 5 points in this first half.
Ettinger still can't keep control of the basketball.
And right there you see she's an 8th grader.
Yes.
You know, couldn't get her feet set. A little awkward at times. If she, that's going to come with time. So St. fans, there's a really good player loading here.
Ball will stay with Minot High. I know we don't have an accurate number on it, but I think St. Mary's turnovers might already be double digits.
Yeah, they're close. And again, if you're trying to pull an upset, you can control, limit the turnovers, hit the free throws. And they haven't done that in the first half, and that's why the score is the way it is.
29-12 at the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life is busy. That's why they'll make managing your money easy. Find them at bnc.bank. There's a steal by Stella Gallick. Can she get under control? No. Messer helps out. First points of the night for Matea Messer. Rude gives the ball up for Barch. Bring it over to the near side. Finds Bell. Camping out short corner into the lane. Another miss from the field.
It's not happening tonight from inside.
Messer,
travel.
Yeah, knew she couldn't dribble and then accidentally picked up that pivot foot. Turnover in the backcourt now for St. Mary's.
It's just been such a weird game from Matea tonight. I mean, we're talking about a girl who's 5th in the WDA in points per game. 21. She's got 2 right now, and there's 5 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the first half. So uncharacteristic.
Multiple time all conference. Here's another ball being thrown away. Gallick will pick it up. I think it went off of her leg, though. Again, another opportunity to applaud the effort of A.J. Rude.
She's tough.
Saving the play. Yeah.
She's hit the floor like 5 times in the last couple possessions. She's just a tough girl.
Oh, now the official from way on the other side. Nope, just going to signal timeout. We'll take one as well. Still 5:48 to go first half. First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Today's broadcast on the PSP Network brought to you in part by Bones Barbecue Sauce, a true North Dakota original, created and bottled right here in North Dakota. Premium barbecue sauce is perfect from anything from ribs to burgers to veggies. Find it today at your local grocery store, Cashwise Marketplace, and Family Fare. 29-14, Minot High in the lead over St. Mary's. Remember, we've got 2 games today on the PSP Network from Tony Wald Court. Second game of our doubleheader, the boys game to follow this one. I'm assuming we're going to get more points in the first half. Yeah. But honestly, if we get another defensive battle, that's just fine.
Yeah, last Saturday, Minot High and Cheyenne, the boys, they struggled to score in the first half as well. So somebody take the lids off these hoops. If they put Pam olive oil on the rims, I don't know. It's like a carnival ride out there, one of those carnival hoop shoots.
It's a little rigged.
Yeah.
Both teams, though, have had struggles from the field. Minot High, a 15-point lead, though. They have been able to limit the turnovers. That's the difference here in the first half. Barch, nice work to get past Gallick. Didn't really go anywhere with it. 6 to shoot. Get it in the hands of Bell. Now with 3. Got to put one up towards the rim. She does. And the rebound be deflected to Okrip.
Now let's see a good offensive set. If you're Ty Terry, maybe call a set play. Just get the basketball moving a little bit. Get Matea a chance. Matea, excuse me.
It's the initial pass from Jones. Pulls up in front of Bell. 2 points in the first half for Matea Messer. She averages 21 a game.
Goldfish memory if you're Messer.
Rude got the continuation there. Free throws coming up for her. 5th team foul against St. Mary's in the half.
And that's Stella Gallick's second foul. But going back to Matea, that's a good look. Oh, and that's a good look. I like the back to the basket at the elbow, turn face, get a shot up, have that goldfish memory. Just keep shooting. They're going to start falling. Get your confidence back. You guys are still in this basketball game, just a couple of good offensive possessions away. And I'm sure that's what Ty Terry is going to tell his team at half.
First one from Rude. Short. The Jets back at the Serve Pro free throw line. Been there frequently today. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Gallagher with a couple fouls goes to the bench. Another miss at the line, but another offensive board for Bell. Can't follow it up. Jones has been a huge help with the scoring department for St. Mary's today. Not something she did first 3 games of the year. Quick passing to Ettinger. Gives it up. Another pass to Matea Messer.
And that time with Eve Knutson on the bench for the Jets, they have Bedell on the big girl.
Barch is in the lane. Messer still trying to work to get some buckets. Gives up a pass to Finley Schmidt. That one's off the backboard.
I know Lily's struggling offensively right now, but her defensive presence against Messer is something to note.
Ettinger kind of wondering whether or not to play at that three-point line. Bell eventually goes off the bounce.
Well, that's tough. I mean, she can't really keep up with her, and Lily knows that. But that's a tough, tall task.
Pass goes over the head of Messer. Stays with the Saints, though. Looking for her now underneath the basket. Wraparound pass to Jones. Oh, and a foul there is Bedell. Looked like she was able to get that steal instead of whistle.
What a pass by Jones. By Messer. The wraparound. If Jones would have cut like a half a second earlier, she would have had a right-hand layup.
Under 4 minutes to play, first half here from Bismarck.
2-3 zone here from Minot High defensively.
Long three is missed by Schmidt. Stevic leads the charge.
Ooh.
Trying to find Bell, I believe. Threw in between her and Kinley Barch. Turnover by Minot High.
That's one of those where you're going to tell CC, hey, I know you like to score in transition, but just stop. Just stop. Find a guard. Find Rude. Find somebody. And just jump stop and wait. We'll let the play develop.
Especially up by 17 in a game like this. If the shot clock gets to single digits every time, I think Minot High would be happy. They love playing fast, but maybe today's just not the night.
Yeah, and I mean, that's going to be a learning curve for her. She hasn't played much varsity this season, so this is a big game for her.
Jones.
What a block.
Swatted away by Kinley Barnes. Let's put it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay reel.
I mean, this is just great help. I don't know. It did the same thing to me, but it's just great help. Our replay system here, but watch Barch come over and just swat that thing. Not up in here.
Inbounds pass and another block. It was by Barch. Took it away from Olivia Lundeen.
Now they're going to put a crop on Lily Bell. Interesting matchup. Whoa.
Last touch by.
Oh, they're going to call foul.
Oh. On Messer. That's 3 in the first half. Like just a high pass over the head of Bedell. You have the official right here on the near sideline signaled foul on Messer. Tough one there, kind of a jump ball, if you will. Ty Terry confused more than anybody else in the gym.
So he's going to pull Messer. I was going to say with 3, this is crazy with 3 minutes to go, but a heads up call there by Coach Terry, and he's got a reason to be upset.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. It was kind of anybody's basketball right there. Oh, and Minot High threw it away.
Well, they're going to get the ball back. If the first half could be summarized in one play right there, it was kind of that.
Got a couple JV players, and Coach Schwartz looking for that Deshaw, if you will, kind of player that's going to step up in her absence.
Well, Barge defensively making plays here in the last minute or so. Can't finish the fast break layup. Now Bedell a miss. And St. Mary's going to get away without allowing a point there. Fouled 94 feet away from the basket. Pearl Aberley is in the game for Minot High.
And she didn't play in their last game at all, not 1 minute. So tip of the cap to Coach Schwartz, trying to figure out, okay, what piece can I put to this puzzle? Now that I know Everett's done for this game at least. And he's trying to figure that out right now with a nice lead.
Saints able to break the press with Gallick. Steps back beyond the three-point line, hands off Okrep. Bedell jumps the pass. Off she goes. Dribbled it off of somebody's foot. It was her own. Turnover back to St. Mary's.
Good anticipation there, though, by Bedell. And a good heads-up play there defensively. She's got to tie her shoe. Maybe that's why the ball went off her foot. But a good defensive play and still with the press, still applying the pressure. St. Mary's just break this, get it to Jones, and go. There you go.
Aberly swarms Jones, though. She gets the inbounds pass, able to walk it across the timeline. Pass was through the hands of Gallick.
And those are the things that have been plaguing them the whole first half has been the missed opportunities. When you get the basketball past half court, you beat the press, then you throw the basketball away. That's you just got to be more disciplined.
$14 first half points for Lily Bell. It's about half of Minot scoring. Quick dribble to the right, pull up from inside three. Rebound down to the Saints. Jones looks up the floor. It's Lundeen. Skip pass near side. Gallick looking in for Ettinger.
Wow.
Bell steps around with the steal. Just go up over these guards. She does, but still too strong off the window. Rebound goes to her. Possession stays alive for Minot. Barch pivots right back out to Bell. Has Aberly all alone. Let it fly. It's good. Pearl Aberly off the bench, the scorer.
The knuckleball hits. That thing at zero rotation. They don't ask how, they ask how many. Good job there by Aberly. Stepping up, Owen.
Anybody. St. Mary's, I think they've been scoreless now for about 4 minutes on offense. Another steal by Bell. Works with Rude. Give it right back. This one goes for Lily.
What unselfish basketball by A.J. Rude. That's fantastic.
Timeout St. Mary's. I think they only have 2 left on the game. 36-14 the lead for Minot High. Last timeout of the first half.
City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
First International Bank and Trust brings you the timeouts on the PSP Network. They were founded in 1910 and have grown to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North and South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. St. Mary's has used up 3 of their first half timeouts. Minot has used up 2, meaning we will have a quick second half.
This is a big last minute 19 for St. Mary's. Stop, score, stop mentality.
Foul on the inbounds play, and that puts St. Mary's into the bonus. Maya Jones will shoot the 1-and-1. Bedell called for the personal foul.
Well, Bedell's aggressive. I mean, she's been in there a few, like 5-6 minutes, 2 fouls already. But okay, now St. Mary's, let's make some of these free throws, get ourselves back in this ball game.
It's been a while since they have seen a point go on the board. Ever since a Jones free throw of 3 minutes ago. This is the front end of the 1-and-1. Look inside for Bedell. Nice play right there for the Jets.
That is music to Coach Schwartz's ears. I mean, that Lily unselfish, great pass. Bedell, excellent roll.
Save that one for the Ryan family replay reel. Okrep way in the corner. Bad place to be. Rude. Interception. And the layup.
Ariana Rude with a nice 6 points here in the first half. But it's been the hustle that's really got her name out there.
Aberly was on the hip of Jones, called for another foul, more free throw chances. Let's take a look at that game here between Bedell and Bell.
I mean, that's just perfect. If you're a young player watching, that's exactly that's a pick and roll to perfection. Great roll, great recognition by Lily.
There's a make at the serve pro free throw line for Jones. Half a minute to go, first half. Saints trail by 25. Rebound to Okrep. Gallick, mid-range, a little strong. Still a shot clock for Minot here. Well, now they take it off. Barch off a screen from Rude. Who's to Bedell in the corner, looking in for Lely. There's a crowd of white jerseys around here. Just going to snatch it away from him.
3 defenders around Lely Bell, and somehow, some way, she gets it up.
And the first half, St. Mary's with the ball. 3 to shoot. Oh, Bell the steal at the buzzer. That's going to be no good. But Minot High, somehow, some way, put 42 on the board in the first half, despite their early offensive struggles. They lead St. Mary's 42-15. Our Jerome's Collision Center halftime report coming up next.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your line or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There are some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond.
At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
It's time for this week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week. Powered by the Aggie Foundation, Ryan Family Dealerships, and Minot State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to... Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms, and watch for next week's Player Performance of the Week. Powered by the Aggie Foundation, Ryan Family Dealerships, and Minot State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. If we can make an impact in that community, we will.
We've reached halftime here on the PSP Network. Jerome's Collision Center halftime reports, and a very happy St. Mary's Saints fans. Jerome's Collision Center knows that accidents happen. It's a part of life. At Jerome's, their goal is to help you get your car and life back on the road, literally and metaphorically. It's a goal that forces us to do more than fix your vehicle. They've been doing it since 1975. Call 701-852-5126 to schedule your collision repair or other service. Jerome's Collision Repair is our specialty. We value you and your car. At the break on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, Minot High 42, St. Mary's 15. Dallas, Bryce and I say this a lot about Minot High. Sometimes it's a quiet 40-point half. I don't think there's ever been a quieter 42-point half than what the Minot High Majets did offensively today.
It was super quiet, and it was kind of a sloppy, if you will, at times, but they got it done, and that's what good teams do, is specifically on the road, and they had everything going against them. And Owen, I empathize with the Majet basketball program because they've done this so much, and every year it's like, okay, we got that out of the way last year. We're good. We're going to have a great summer, and then we're going to have a great winter, and we're going to make a run at state. And to see that happen again, it not only really, it makes me sad. I'm a big fan of basketball. This makes basketball worse. Desha was a great up-and-coming star, and she goes down like that. And again, we don't know what happened with her knee or whatever, but the way it looked, and it just, it really, really makes me truly sad, because it's like these girls aren't getting a fair shot, and now I know injuries are part of the game, but it's tough. But while it's tough, it opens the door for some other players, and we saw that in the first half. CeCe Stevick had a nice first half. Aberly played well at times, but Dell really stepped up. So now it's kind of up to those three. There's a lot of RC minutes now on the table for the number one seed in the state.
Yeah, that injury happened about halfway through the first half. The score was 21-11. In the 9 minutes since then, Minot High's outscored St. Mary's 21-4. You talked about a positive response, at least basketball-wise. Minot definitely had it.
Yeah, and Eve Knutson, other than getting in a little bit of foul trouble in that first half, I thought she played fantastic, and that's how she's going to have to play if they want to compete for a state title. Defensively, she was, I mean, there's no other better way to put this. She was just playing so well, out of her mind. She was playing down low, playing great perimeter defense, and then offensively, she only shot the ball a handful of times, but when she did, she was able to score, and they were all good looks. She just has to keep scoring, and specifically from the outside, you lose a player like Desha, a great outside shooter. Kinley, Barch, Eve, you're going to have to step up and replace that.
I would take a look at some of the first half scoring numbers here in our Jerome's Collision halftime report.
Yeah, let's start off with the St. Mary's Saints girls, who are down right now 42-15. Matea Messer had 2 points. She has more fouls than points. We did not see that one coming. She's got 3 fouls, 2 points. Again, averages 21 points a game, so very uncharacteristic. Rachel Schumacher had 3 points. Maya Jones had 6. And then it was Lily Ettinger with 4. They only had 4 players score in the first half. For the Majets, Ariana Rude had 6. Eve Knutson had 3. Kinley Barch had 5. Pearl Aberle had 3, Everett Deshaw had 2, Brooke Bedell has 2, Cece Stevick has 3, and Lily Bell has 18 points. And she could honestly have probably at least 30 if she made a couple more layups. I mean, those are good looks for Lily, Owen, and she's not going to be perfect every night. I get that. And everybody has an off night, and this is her night to be off, but she's still playing hard. She's still, and that's what makes a great basketball player. She's still going towards the rim. She's still shooting. She's having that mentality. I know I've struggled, but I'm going to keep going.
Second half coming up next on the PSP Network, 42-15, the Jets.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
All the Anaheim Jets will start the second half with Cece Stevick on the floor, replacing injured Everett Deshaw. And there's no surprise, Stevick has been a big part off the bench of this Jets team over the past year plus now, since she was an 8th grader a season ago. Gets the ball from A.J. Rude, puts up a shot right away. Wedges that one between the rim and the backboard. Rebound down to Ettinger, and the Saints are off and running. Messer loses the handle. No whistles, let's play on. Stevick, another fast break opportunity. This one goes for the left side.
So good in transition in both times. Running the floor so well. Good vision there by Rude.
Saints finally have that starting unit on the floor at the same time. We hardly saw that in the first half. Messer right into a 3. Maybe this hoop is better.
It is. It is that one that tickled the twine. Didn't even touch the rim. Good shot by Matea.
She had the last made field goal for St. Mary's in the first half. That was with 6 minutes to go before halftime.
The Jets really going to slow it down here, looks like. Playing 5 out.
Bell wants to drive again. Gets past Ettinger. Gets through the help defense. But still can't get that layup to fall. Jones had it slip out of her hands. Barch is all alone. Fast break points for the Jets off of these St. Mary's turnovers, which are close to 20 in that first half for St. Mary's.
There's Eve again, Owen. I mean, I'm talking about she's just doing such a great job defensively.
Pass to herself. Now gives it up to Bell. Whatever works. 48-18 the lead.
That was a little pass to herself. Got it to Lily, though.
St. Mary's down 30 points here at home. Looking for just anything to go right on offense here. Jones, a missed 3. Ettinger, the rebound. Second chance. Bucket won't get it.
It's Eve Knutson boxing her out. We're talking about 5'11" against 6'3".
Barch, a spin move. It's the baseline. Too much behind it. Messer right into a 3. Still not yet in rhythm today. Bell with a catch and shoot 3. She's got it. 20-point night for Lily Bell.
The rotation on the basketball is just perfect, and it was just, we talked about in our pregame show, it's not necessarily inside outside, but it was the perfect little move, and she was set, ready to go.
Jets stretched the lead to a game high 33 points. Last year, the 2 regular season games decided by a combined 18. Another steal for Minot High. The defense has been extraordinary tonight. Offense following suit here after halftime. Cece Stevick, a pull up from the elbow.
Gives her 7 points total. She gets the start in the second half. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets the start until Maggie comes back.
Another steal by Knutson. We're talking Sport Clips MVP kind of defense tonight from Eve. Rude. Thought about it for a while. Now gives up to Lely. Stops at the free throw line by Messer. Ball movement for the Jets. Step back 3 from Stevick. In and out. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Matea Messer. Let's watch the Ryan Family Dealerships replay reel. Lily Bell 3.
I cannot believe 5'9" freshman CC Stevick, who didn't play much on Saturday because she had to play another game in that Ned Rose championship game for their JV Majet team. But she's come in and she's just played fearless. Like she's just played free. And I know she's not Deshaw. Don't get me wrong. She's not up to that yet, but she's played well. And that's a nice thing to see. And especially as a freshman, you're coming in. That's got to be a little intimidating with all these great players around you.
Barch turns around, finds Bell. Just over everybody there in the lane.
She's just got to shoot outside the arc tonight. They're outside the lane there. Look at Eve again, Owen.
We're talking double-digit steals by the time this one's done. Steal back by Maya Jones to Messer. And it's St. Mary's who gets the point off that play.
So 5 points already in the second half for Messer, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered if they're going to mount this comeback.
Knutson, the drive-in kick to Kinley Barch, a miss. Messer unable to hang on to the basketball. "14 minutes to go in the game. We've played 4 minutes of the second half. Good time to remind you today's broadcast sponsored by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it with over 100 areas of study at Minot State. Earn the degree for the career you desire. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. That's Minot State University.
Just a quick update for everybody listening. Deshaw is back on the bench in her jersey. She's got that left knee up on crutches, but she's on the bench in her jersey. Good sign of a great teammate.
The first made free throw from Kinley Barch. Minot High leads 56-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Locations out North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides with banking and wealth management services for your business and family.
9 points tonight for Kinley.
Steal by Rude.
Will this be 11, OP?
No, not. Other intentions from Maggie Kralik into the game, the sophomore making her game debut. Let's see what we got here on the replay. Might take a little bit.
What a block.
Still got Hart out there through the St. Mary's Saints.
Yes, they do.
Kralik has played a little bit for the Saints to start the year. On the run, it's Stevick.
9 points now in the ballgame for CC. It's been the runner. It's been off the dribble for CC, and she's really starting to perfect that. And when they start closing down on her, she's going to be able to kick out or look for Lily Bell.
Tough pass, a lot of traffic. Barch the steal. It's past Okrep. Lobs it up for Lily. Kick out, Rude. She wants to drive. Again finds Bell. Guarded by Messer. Step through. Wow, the shot won't fall. Another one around the circle.
Just hasn't been there tonight.
Messer pulls up and misfires.
But you see the box out there by Eve Knutson allows Stevick to get the rebound.
(59-20) the lead for Minot High, looking to get to 1-0 in the West. Conference opener today. What a find. Messer to Finley Schmidt. High off the rim, rebound by Bell, nearly threw it away. Now Knutson does throw it away. Messer just picks it up and scores.
7 points in the second half, 9 total for Matea right now. Eve Knutson.
Yeah, the Jets were looking a little tired. Timeout by Jason Schwartz on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
You mentioned earlier Dallas Everett Deshaw back out on the courts, at least on the bench for Minot High in uniform. Just another piece of adversity for Minot High to face something they have been dealing with for years consecutively now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and you just feel bad not only for the team as a whole, but just for Deshaw. I know I mentioned it at halftime, but it's a terrible feeling, and I'm praying that everything's okay, and it's so sad.
Out of the timeout, the Majets will hang on to the basketball. It was last touched by Finley Schmidt. was thrown right out of bounds by Rude. Jets leading 59-22. Still a while to go here in the second half. Defense has been a masterclass here in the second half of this game.
Leah Dockin getting some time too, Owen, and player that could step up, be a big.
Knutson scoop there towards the basket. Another one that won't go for Minot High today. Conference play just starting tonight. You look at what's ahead for Minot and St. Mary's. 2 tough matchups on Friday night. Oh, all the way almost for Eve Knutson, misses the 3.
Something's up with that hoop.
I don't know. Both of them today. Friday, Minot will host Bismarck High. Catch that game on the PSP network. And then St. Mary's will host Legacy on Friday.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier for St. Mary's. I mean, talk about 2 tough back-to-back games.
Well, let's just compare last season to this season for St. Mary's. They go 2-1 non-conference, same this season. They lose to Minot High and Legacy last season. You get the same schedule to start the WDA play. Then they rattled off 6 straight wins, including a victory over the Century Patriots.
Yeah, and they were, I mean, everybody knows what a run Century went on after that game, and they're good again this year. But they've got the pieces. They just need a little more work, a little more practice time, and they'll get this thing together.
Yeah, after that Legacy game, they'll just continue against WDA opponents for the rest of the year. Jamestown after New Year's, and then at Bismarck High, January 6th.
Those are some big games for St. Mary's.
Yeah, they have a loaded early part of the season, but look at this. 8 of their first 10 conference games will be at home.
That's a bonus, big bonus, but they haven't shot the ball particularly well at home
the hoops
here.
Cooperate next time. There it was for Matea Messer. And does end up in double figures tonight.
That middle part of the WDA this year on the girls' side, I mean, it's going to be extremely close.
Tonight. I mean, it could be.
Williston High School, they're on the up and up. You think about maybe a Mandan sneaking in there. You know, anybody. Go ahead.
There's been one team that's kind of jumped off the page, and maybe their strength of schedule hasn't been great early on, but Jamestown looks like a pretty interesting team this year.
Yeah.
They can shoot incredibly well.
I agree. Play well together as well, but there's a lot going on here.
Rude with the runner. Misses that. The Jets up by 35 here in the second half. Jones, just nobody picked her up, but still going to miss the layup.
It's just been the bunnies. They can't hit them.
And you wonder what it is. Obviously, we can blame the hoops tonight, but St. Mary's kind of came in with the open gym mentality. It doesn't matter who you're playing, but you feel like that would open up those layup shots to go.
They just play tight, and Matea Messer played extremely tight, and she's opened up here a little bit in the second half. And Okrup, here's another. I was expecting those type of plays from her in the first half.
Journey Okrup for 2.
That's her first points of the basketball game. I mean, she's a really good player. And I was just expecting that off-the-ball, fearless mentality going towards the rim, down south, if you will, and just hasn't been there.
High pass, Rude and Dockin on the pick and roll, but threw it over her head. Brings Stevic back in. There's Minot High, and Eve Knutson checks in.
Dawkins, another one of those players that can be a nice piece for Coach Schwartz, the Jets coming off the bench, 6'1" junior. She's got a good block-to-block game, and if she can provide Lily a few spare minutes here and there, that'll be a really, really good piece of the puzzle.
Messer lobs one up for Ettinger.
And that's great backside help. I mean, Eve's fronting her, and then you get Barch coming on the backside to steal the basketball. That's exactly what they needed. But this 2-3 zone now a little interesting here. It's good to see these new players like Stevic just pop right in. They're going to play the top of the zone.
Halfway through the second half, Minot is 61-26 lead over St. Mary's. Messer fakes the handoff to Jones. Not much room to go there in the corner, so just put up a 3 and it's good.
There's the Messer that we were expecting tonight. That's a nice shot.
Can't wait next year see her play some NSIC basketball for the Southwest Minnesota Mustangs. All NSIC basketball is good basketball, everybody.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if you're wearing Minot State colors or not.
The voice of Minot State here to my left, Owen.
There have been some fun games this year, that's for sure.
The girls are playing well, too.
Oh, my goodness. They don't miss from 3.
Look at Eve, another steal.
Up for Barch.
Ooh.
Contested shot and a late whistle there. Barch will be at the free throw line. Have we seen a 10-steal game on the PSP network before? I think we're working on it tonight.
Yeah.
Shots for the Serve Pro free throw line for Minot High. 24/7 Mercy Service trained technicians at Serve Pro. Got the first. Spoke about St. Mary's upcoming schedule after the holiday break. Minot High's got a very interesting one. They will go to Horace on December 29th. Obviously a matchup that has been long awaited. We saw them in last regular season. Thought we might see them at State, but it just didn't end up that way. Well, they will get to go on the road. The Hawks kind of playing as the underdogs now, apparently.
Apparently, and that's going to be a fun one. I was begging with Nick Holberg, our boss and owner, that, hey, can we just put together a group to go down there, and we might be able to pull off a little Christmas wish list with old Holberg, but that's going to be such a fun game. Lake and Donnelly, one of the best guards in the state, and going against this Minot High Jet team who's proven tonight they're a defensive first team.
That's only the start of their road trip right before New Year's Eve. On the 30th of December, they will be in Aberdeen, South Dakota. Don't know who they're playing, but they'll be there. Contact there is Rude, who's going towards the basket. Foul going to go against Maya Jones.
And Owen, something to note too, what a job A.J. Rude has done coming in to replace a great player like Maggie Fricky. Maggie has been all-time since she was an 8th grader, and Ariana had the tall task to fill those shoes last season, and she's done such a great job. And it'll be interesting to see when Maggie comes back how those – I mean, look at this cut to the basket. Great read. She missed the layup, but that was a great play, and she's been so fun to watch. She just developed right in front of our eyes.
Jones fires a pass up ahead to Maggie Kralik.
Kralik's first 2 of the basketball game.
Don't forget she had that great block earlier. Move of the game nominee. I'll have those in our Planning Team Financial Advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game show. Foul on the rebounding attempt by Knutson. Jones had positioning. Already foul number 4 against Knutson. That'll happen sometimes when they focus all on defense.
Yeah, Eve's had the tall task of playing Ettinger, who's way taller than her, but she's done a great job. Too bad she's got so many fouls, just playing real physical.
Bring Kenzie Bachmeyer into the game to guard Ettinger, but it's Stella Gallick with the made basket.
And she's just a sophomore, Owen, so Gallick's got a lot of room to grow too. I mean, this is a young nucleus of this Saints team that's going to be good.
You know, it's really going to be a hurt without Messer in the lineup. She's been a constant for years on years for St. Mary's, but you can definitely see the future here. Led by that sophomore class. Here's Messer for 3. Barch the rebound. Looks up for Bell, working against Gallick. Just got to muscle that one up. 65-33 Majets.
Good up and under there by Lely. Way to control the body and use the backboard there. 29 points tonight for Lely unofficially.
Steal by Bachmeyer. Mentioned her just a second ago. Her season debut, really kind of expected some playing time for the freshman. Stood out JV side a season ago. Timeout Minot High. And we'll take it with them. Just 6 minutes to go in game 1 of today's WDA doubleheader on the PSP Network. Majets up by 32.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Today's broadcast of high school basketball on the PSP Network brought to you in part by Farstead Oil. Contact Farstead Oil today to find out their skills sales team help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and Western Minnesota since 1938 and committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. It's Farstead Oil. Back from the break. Minot 65, St. Mary's 33. Under 6 to go in the basketball game.
Little zone defense look here from the Saints.
And the Majets go for Rude, but something we said before this game even tipped off Dallas that St. Mary's was going to throw out some different defensive looks and full court press. They've kind of had to stick to one defensive identity, though, with the other issues they've had tonight.
I like this zone look, though, this 2-3 zone look with Ettinger right in the middle, just a big, tall body.
3 to shoot. Bell just puts it up. Shot clock didn't even start.
That is a broadcaster's jinx right there.
On the inbounds play, Bell over 30 points tonight, a season high. Talk about Lily Bell and points. Remember, she's the all-time leading scorer already at the highest level, Class A Division AA. Closing in on 2,500 points. Could reach that by the end of the week against Bismarck High if this scoring pace continues.
Well, the big question is, will she get to 3,000?
It would be I guess, possible. If anybody's going to do it,
it's her.
It would be the just the 4th ever high school girls basketball player to hit 3,000 points in the entire state.
What an honor and a treat it is to get to have her playing in our state. I mean, we're talking about a player that's, let's be honest, Owen, this might not ever happen again in our lifetime. I mean, she's so good, so fun to watch, and the outside shot is hitting, and she struggled from inside tonight, but those jump shots, they look so good. And Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner, they got a good one in Lily Bell.
Yeah, Oklahoma's going to have a lot of fans from way up here coming up in the next few years.
They got one in me, I know that.
Bell with the steal.
I did not expect this game to develop like this, Owen. I kind of speak for you as well. This is a team that played Minot High very tough last year, but a kudos to Minot High for the Majettes coming in, playing great defense. Offensive woes a little bit at the beginning, but they got it together and getting a W here.
Look inside for Bell. Shot clock winding down. Tries to pass to Dawkins. Eventually going to hit Rude. Still rolling around. Messer picks it up. Take away by the Saints. Pull up, long 2. That's good.
And that's a pretty shot. And that's the Matea Messer that we know throughout the state. Just wasn't happening in the first half. And she's keeping going, though. And that's got to be good news for Coach Ty Terry. And this is something, the film in the first half you might want to throw away. But the second half, they've done some nice things. Just keep building on this. You're going to get another chance. And you're going to play tough teams, let's be honest, back-to-back now. So you got to grow up quick here if you're St. Mary's.
Yeah. Minot High, we know they can score. Legacy sure can as well.
Oh, Legacy can just fill it up. I mean, they've got the pieces, too, to play with the Minot Highs. Really been impressed with Falcon this year. If she's good, or, you know Parker Falcon now plays at Minot State.
Oh, yeah. And wild action here. Jones finds Gallick for 2 more. St. Mary's within 30.
What a block by Messer.
Let's put that on the Ryan family dealership's replay reel, as Minot will continue to go down the bench here late in this one. Let's check out this last play. Dawkins was trying to shoot.
Little pump fake there for Dawkins, wouldn't hurt, but good anticipation by Messer.
Hadley Fall checks in for Minot as Bell adds another 2 points.
What a great out of bounds call by Coach Schwartz. You love to see it. Little curl there from the screen for Lely.
Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show coming up next. Talk with our Sport Clips MVP, named the Spossit Center move of the game, as Eve Knutson adds another steal to the list today. Stolen right back, though, and free throws for Lily Ettinger. Thanks to our friends at North Dakota Score Feed. Some final scores, our late game scores rolling in for the WDA. How about Century putting the hammer absolutely down against Jamestown, 90-28.
Oh,
a win for the Patriots. They're welcome back to North Dakota today.
Wow.
After a 3-0 weekend in Wyoming. Mandan a big lead on BHS. That game on the PSP network. Braves lead by 27. It's got Legacy and Minot North going on right now. The Sabres up 20 in the second half. So a couple of lopsided games today in the West.
Yeah, Williston High put up a nice 81 as well.
How about Davies, though, playing their first game of the season today?
Yeah, we were talking about on the drive down. That's a lot of practice time, a lot of drill time in there, and a lot of wind sprints, but
finally get to see another jersey.
Oh boy, Owen, get down there and jump and get this.
Oh,
Where's Bryce Gutnick when you need him?
Yeah, BG made the trip. He's doing something today, but
Air Gutnick. Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
We're talking Ryan Family Dealerships replay
Yes, we
stuff
are.
tonight.
Give that man a raise.
Of course, a play like that happened tonight. Still a whole other basketball game to go here from Tony Walled Court. The boys signed this doubleheader. Should be a good one. Two teams that are just scrappy. 3 by Schmidt. A miss. Lundin on the ground. Throws it out to Maggie Crawley. A couple of new players in. Trying to get those names in we can, including Taylor Eisenzimmer with the missed shot.
Good to hear from Barch and foul.
Let's watch this.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Watch this. Okay, should I do it?
Upon himself.
Should I do it? I'm going to do it. Boom, look at that. Who is that referee? I got to go down and find out. He might be ref the WDA now.
Got some bounce. Jenna Walzer in the game for St. Mary's. Going to get some free throws.
You know, Ty Terry would have went down there and got that thing if he wouldn't have got it.
I think that's what they're talking about right now.
Yeah, you know it.
This free throw in the game from Minot High is Jayla Flepson. Also Harper Broderick. As we count down the final 32 seconds of today's matchup. There's a point for Walzer. Shot clock turned off here for Minot High. Broderick has it stolen away by Schumacher. Gives it up, put up a shot. It'll be Kralik. Mid-range, it's good.
It's a good shot there by Maggie.
69-42 looks to be your final score. Minot High wins their 14th straight against St. Mary's. They improved to 3-0 on the season. And although it wasn't very pretty today, still a 27-point win for the Majettes. We'll have the postgame show next on the PSP Network.
Remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
This is the Planning Team Financial Advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show on the PSP Network. Shots Crossroads is your postgame headquarters. Get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. They turn up the jams here at Tony Walled Court.
It's rocking in here.
I thought Partial used to be pretty loud.
Goodness gracious.
St. Mary's takes the cake. Final score in game number one, Minot High 69, St. Mary's 42 in game number one. The Majettes moved to 3-0 overall and an important 1-0 start in the WDA. We came in saying this game would be kind of scary, and at times the offense looked a little frightening, but maybe the most haunting thing was the Minot High defense today.
Yeah, they played really well. They stuck to man the whole game, and I was so impressed with their help defense, the backside when you're going against a nice player like Ettinger, who's 6'3", has had a great season so far. She was averaging 16 points per game. Tonight she finishes with 4. So, I mean, that itself kind of tells the tale of this basketball game and how well the defense was for the Lady Majettes.
Let's look at the final scoring from this one, a 27-point win on the road for Minot High.
So we'll start with St. Mary's again. Matea Messer, 2 points at half. She finishes with 16, so a good job to Matea in the second half. Rachel Schumacher had 3. Jenna Walzer had 1. Stella Gallick had 4. Maya Jones finishes with 6. Maggie Kralik had 4. Journey O'Krupp had 2. And Lily Ettinger had 4 for the winning Lady Majettes. They go like this. Ariana Rude, 6. Eve Knudsen had 3. Kinley Barch had 11. Pearl Aberley had 3. Everett DeShaw had 2. Brooke Bedell had 2. Cece Stevick finishes with 9. Lily Bell leads all scorers with the big double threes. 33 points tonight for the future Boomer Sooner in Lee Bell.
Well, as we wait for our Sport Clips MVP to come up here for their post-game interview, we will look now at our Spossit Centra move of the game. A couple of nominees here. I think there's probably a defensive focus to this one. I know there was probably the highlight of the night was that block. The fast break block down there by Maggie Kralik. Why don't we give that one a
why not?
Move of the game.
That was the hustle play by Kralik, and you thought Barch just had kind of a layup line style, a right-hand layup, but no dice, says Kralik as she came flying in and absolutely got a nice. It reminded me. I'm gonna take you back in time. The Detroit Pistons are playing the Indiana Pacers. Reggie Miller's going down for right-hand layup. Tyshawn Prince came and blocked. You remember that play at all?
What year is this?
This is probably 2007-ish. It's when the Pistons went on a nice run. We'll watch it on the ride home.
All right.
But it was Tyshawn Prince with a nice block. But it was that style of block. She did a fantastic job, and Kralik, that was a tip of the cap to her on that play.
Another important part of this game was Minot High's close to the first half. They outscored St. Mary's 21-4 in the final 9 minutes of the first half to stretch the lead and eventually win this one by a whole 27 points on the road. They continue their road winning streak, now 24 consecutive wins away from home in true road games for Minot High. Their last loss was almost 3 years ago to the hands of the Century Patriots, so they'll meet up with pretty soon. We'll continue our planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show with our Sport Clips MVP right after this quick break on the PSP Network. Back at our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game show on the PSP Network. Joined now by our Sport Clips MVP, Eve Knudsen. Well, the offense, it came along as the game did, but tell you what, your defense was there from start to finish. What do you guys need to do on that side to keep ahead of this St. Mary's team?
Just make sure someone's on Matea at all time, and then my assignment was to guard number 30 and just stay in front and deny the whole night.
Well, obviously we saw a tough injury tonight with DeShaw. She's such a fun player to watch. When you guys have to go through that and with the injuries, but after she gets hurt, you come out and hit a nice 3. I mean, that was so important and a big part of the game. But tell us a little bit about what Everett's like as a teammate and how much she means to the team.
She's a very good teammate. She's just a very good role player. She can do everything on the court, bring up the ball, be a post down low. She's a very key player to our team, so it's very hard seeing her go down like that.
Well, while she goes down, there's now room kind of for a little more playing time. We saw Cece Stevick play very well. Your sister's got time as well, but what's it like to have some of these younger players step up in an absence like that?
It's obviously difficult to see like different faces, but seeing them step up like that and do as good as they're doing, stepping into those roles, I'm happy for them.
What's it like playing with your sister?
It's weird. It's really weird.
It's like playing in the backyard a little bit? Or?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Eve. That was a phenomenal game. Great team win. And again, your defense, you play like that, you guys are going to be a tough team to beat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Eve Knudsen, our Sport Clips MVP of the game. We will have the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show for game number 2 coming up next on the PSP Network.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Break.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Clean it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.
What is good, Hoop fans? My name is Dal Sanson, alongside the great, the powerful, the young stud they call Owen Patterson. What a night for basketball here at Tony Wald Court. Welcome in to BSB Network's coverage of boys WDA action, and it is going to be a fun one. The Bismarck St. boys are off to their best start since the 2014 season. That's 3-0. And don't forget, back in 2024, they only had 3 wins. And how about the new and improved Minot High Magicians? First-year coach Brandt getting some big W's. They've got nice pieces. I'd like to welcome in our color tonight. That's Owen Patterson. Owen, when we think of this Minot High team and what happened last year, you lose Dean Winchesky, you lose all these seniors, but now you've got these new pieces, new program, new head coach. What happens next?
I think it's just a whole lot of fun for this Minot High team this year. I don't think they're even using this as an experimental season either. It's just trying to get back to what Minot High basketball has been for years on years on years in this Western Dakota Association. And although it's almost an entirely new roster, it's an entirely new coaching staff. It's just like what any college program is trying to do these days. And that's just reload with what you got. Do what you can with what you got. And Minot High, a 2-1 start. It's been very positive in the non-conference. Time to transfer that over to the games out west.
You've been listening to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Local actually matters, and it's 25 years of Lundine's taking care of people. This is a stay-in-your-car drive-through oil change, typically performed in 15 minutes or less. Find them in Minot right here in the capital city that is Bismarck, North Dakota. Again, that's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Minot High 2-1, St. Mary's 3-0. Minot High coming off that nice win against Cheyenne at their home place. This is the first home win for head coach Brandt. But, Owen, as we take a look at this St. Mary's Saints team, 3-0, a lot of momentum, a lot of things building, and you've got some players here that can give Minot High a test.
Yeah, I think for the past couple of seasons, we've seen this St. Mary's team as somebody that can kind of jump at you early in a game and maybe hang around in some games every single night. And you mentioned that 3-win season a while ago, building last year, and to a 3-0 start this season. We'll see how well they do against WDA teams, but I think the ceiling is pretty high for the Saints compared to where they've been for the past couple of seasons. And a credit to Coach Etzold and his staff sticking with it and bringing the Saints team back up near the top of the West region.
One of those players for the Saints that we got to talk about is Christian Benning. And he's averaging right now 24 points. This is currently 4th in the WDA, getting some shots up right now. But when you think of Christian Benning, it's not just the outside shooting, Owen, it's the inside, outside. He can, great slasher, great transition scorer, one of those players that plays at the rim. I mean, they're a high flyer and just a team leader, a senior leader, and just one of the players, as you get a good look at him right here, that we're going to get to know here at the WDA level.
Yeah, and he's been around for quite a while. I mean, he's been really the leader of this team probably for 3 seasons going on now. A very respected scorer in the West region. You see that, a top 5 in the conference through the non-conference part of the season at 24 points a game. I mean, this is a guy that everybody's kind of known about, and this could be a real breakout season for Benning, has, again, still been the top of the St. Mary's team for a while now.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about players to watch and Owen Patterson's keys to the basketball game.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.
Welcome back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down, 15 minutes or less. Let's talk a little bit about our standings right now here in the WDA as we sit on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Century coming off that nice weekend over in Nebraska. We talked about the girls, how they played. Well, they played, but it was also the Century boys. I mean, you got Garrett Nisley, Kennebrew, Kralik. I mean, just to mention a few.
A WDA All-Star team, you mean? Yeah, 3 wins against really tough competition down there in Wyoming. Had to win a couple games with defense specifically. And well, we saw the girls come back earlier today and win a game by 62 points against Jamestown. So hopefully they adjust well to the North Dakota competition, and I have confidence that they will.
St. Mary's finding themselves at that number 3 spot. So making their way up the ranks. I'm not sure a lot of people saw that coming. A quick look at the WDA media poll, with Century at the 1 spot and Horace 2, Bismarck Demons 3. Bismarck Demons we're going to get to see on Friday right here on PSP Network playing against Minot High. But how about Mandan? I mean, you're talking about losing Hudson Sheldon, reloading year, a lot of people thought, but Mandan Braves playing very well.
They just have a team that has a chemistry. I don't know what it is, but this Mandan team, I mean, it's on both sides of the basketball court. They just play so well together. Yeah, you lose Hudson Sheldon, you get a transfer, not maybe as much of an impact transfer as a guy like Sheldon would be in KP Eagles staff from Bismarck High. So a really fun team for Mandan playing the Demons tonight. That's going to be a thrilling game at the Carl Gardens. You can also find on the PSP Network, but don't leave us here. Don't leave us here at St. Mary's.
Receiving votes was Dickinson High. I know we talk a lot about the Mavericks kind of being that dark horse, playing without Cameron Wolf right now, who's got a bad ankle. Didn't matter. 41 points. They put up 101 total as a team, 41 for Boston. Scores at the 1,000th point. You see St. Mary's receiving votes, but also Minot High, who we'll see tonight. So it's the battle of the RVs, the receiving votes.
I'll tell you what, Dallas, as somebody that does put in a vote every single week, I will understand we're going to get a lot of receiving votes teams. It's really hard to identify which teams, I won't want to say are for real, but it's so competitive in that top 10 in the state. There's going to be a lot of teams that are deserving of a top 5 place throughout the season.
I just got a message from Joe Cattell, and he says, you need to know that was Peyton Rustvold who knocked the Lodge ball down. So a quick shout out to the referee, Peyton, on a great job. That was maybe one of our Magic City Home Leisure Move of the Game moments of the year. But talking a little bit here about a Minot player that we need to watch. It's Oakley Trueblood along with a couple other players, but Oakley Trueblood, tall, lanky, but can play the game of ball.
Yeah, he does. He can against Cheyenne. Maybe had a quieter performance than his first couple games of the year, but if the offense isn't working, just go back to defense. I mean, he's a hustling guy and a really good classmate as well who plays the guard spot.
Yeah, Drew Jordan, another player that we saw on Saturday, OP. This kid plays great man-to-man defense, but you see here, 17 points per game, 5 steals, which is third in the WDA right now. This is a fun player to watch. We saw him last year in JV, really light it up. Dean Winchesky loved him, and now you're going to see why Coach Brandt loves him.
Yeah, and he just shot one from the volleyball line and almost made it. So this is a guy that's playing with confidence at the point guard, one of the guard spots for Anaheim. And I think there were a lot of question marks for this team. Does the JV games transfer over to the varsity side? Well, clearly for guys like Jordan, for guys like Trueblood, for guys like Shanahan, it definitely has for this Minot High team. And Drew, defensively again, leading the way for him.
You're listening to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Make sure to check them out in Minot and Bismarck. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. A fun one coming up. It's Minot High 2-1 versus St. Mary's 3-0. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, starting lineups and keys to the game.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Estvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Estvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
What a night for the greatest game in the land that they call basketball. My name is Dallas Sanson alongside Owen Patterson. OP, let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite parts of the broadcast. It's Owen Patterson's keys to the game. I like what you had to say about Minot High here. Shot happy.
Yeah, offense was on fire in West Fargo the opening week of the season. They were scoring 80 points per game, and then just had a little bit of a down day against Cheyenne. Can't let that get to you. Young players put up some shots today against St. Mary's. I know it's what the Saints want to do as well. So if you're Minot High, get that offense confidence rolling right away today here on the road.
How about for St. Mary's, who's now 3-0, trying to go 4-0 for the first time in a long time, lead by defense.
Keep Minot down. That's what they got to do today. Stay sound on the defensive side of the ball. We know they love to shoot it, and they can shoot it. They've got some very capable scorers, but when it comes to what sets this team apart from where they were to where they could be, it's lockdown defense, and I think they can show it today in their WDA opener.
Those keys to the game brought to you by Northern Plains Heat and Air. There's no other choice to see your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heat and Air. Call Dylan today at 222-2155 for all your furnace and AC needs. You're going to need that furnace, folks. So make sure you call Dylan at Northern Plains Heat and Air. Again, that's 222-2155. Appreciate you joining us here on the PSP Network. Again, my name is Dallas Sanson alongside Owen Patterson. Appreciate you all joining along for tonight. It should be a fun one. 3-0 versus 2-1. It is time.
Talk about the WDA and how every night's a battle. I feel like this matchup coming into it to start out the conference slate this season, no better example as to what chaos might come out of the WDA season this year.
Head coach BJ Etvold in his 5th season. Played college football at Jamestown, and he's not just coached the boys, he's coached the girls here at St. Mary's, but this will be his time to shine if they start out 4-0. And we are off. True Blood dominates right back to Gunville. Happy birthday, Gunville, by the way. The big 2-4. It's going to be blowing out candles tonight. Minot High controls the tip. Shanahan drives, kicks. Almost picked off. Archer able to gather it back up top to True Blood. Quickly over to Drew Jordan. Watch this kid float. And there he goes for Drew. Drew Jordan starts early.
Yeah, there's the confidence that he needs to get back after that Cheyenne game. Obviously still led the way in scoring, but right off the bounce, he's going to win and 1-for-1.
Trayson Terry, 6'2" sophomore, an outstanding player that wears number 3. Brings it down. Man-to-man defense from the Magi. The lefty, Terry, puts up a three and tickles the twine. Trayson
Terry, we've known about what he can bring for a couple years now. Good to see it here in person.
Gunville in the corner, back to True Blood. They're going to try to get Oakley going early and often here. Little shimmy shake, make them bake. No siree, Bobcats going to be rebounded by Dominic Zander. Good offensive set.
It really was. And again, shooting the ball. That's what Minot High wants to do. If it's off of one pass, as long as it's a good look, just put it up today. Might be a high-scoring contest.
Up top, it goes over to Benning. Christian, that is. Christian's going to try to drive off the elbow. A lot of contact there. They're going to get the foul, so that'll send Christian Benning, the 6'1" senior, to the Serve Pro free throw line.
He's not a setup shooter a lot of the time. He's going to work for baskets there in the paint. Sometimes how's the easiest way to get in the box score, get to the free throw line, get some bonus points, and that's where Benning will start today.
Jalen Gunville picks up the foul. Christian Benning hits his first free throw of the game, and Saints 4-2 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Benning's second one from the Serve Pro free throw line hits, so 2 for 2 for Christian. Good start. Shanahan had an outstanding Saturday against Cheyenne. Going to try to keep it rolling here. Over to True Blood in the corner. Looking down to Gunville. Nice play. What a block! Oh my heavens, it's Christian Benning Holston, the block party at St. Mary's. Terry down amongst the trees. Back up top over to Jackson Barth. Barth, who's kind of playing all over the court tonight. Watch him down low. Trying to find it to Barth, but Zander now finds him going against True Blood. Barth, nice move inside, and one basketball for Big 4-0.
Feel like tonight's a night for Jackson Barth to maybe go off a little bit. He's a little outsized on the roster sheet by Oakley True Blood, but he's got the strength to prove he's going to win this matchup today, and right away the and one opportunity.
Beautiful job there by Mr. Barth to send him to the Serve Pro free throw line for the old school and one, and he'll nail it. So St. Mary's Saints, you're seeing why they're 3-0, up 8-2 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High looking for an answer as Coach Brandt looks on. Look at this drive from the speedster that is Patrick Shanahan.
Yeah, even after that last shot got blocked, still looking to attack the rim are the Magicians.
Terry brings it down. Great offense so far for the Saints. Big time left-hand three. Oh my, it's raining threes. Christian Benning hits.
Dream start for St. Mary's. Catching fire quick tonight at home.
True Blood shaking around out there at the arc. Finds himself at the right elbow. Right back out to Shanahan. Finds True Blood. True Blood back iron, no good. Rebound, who other than Benning. It's tipped out of bounds, but it will be the Saints basketball, and what a start offensively for St. Mary's.
Yeah, you can't disregard the defensive play, though, by Benning, but of course, on offense, an early 5 for Christian, leading the way for the Saints.
We're on the right-hand side. Dominic Zander. Nice piece for him, the 6'2" senior. They try to get to Benning in the corner. It's kicked out of bounds by who other than Drew Jordan. In times like these, Coach Brandt's going to have to look at Drew Jordan to try to get some points going.
Yeah, he's the defensive star for this Minot High team. So in order to cool down the Saints, trust him and also True Blood with that matchup against Barth.
Looking inside, they're going to give it to the free throw line over to Christian Benning. Benning, little spin move here. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Got to look at something here. Head off over to Armstrong. Armstrong going up. Great defense there by Shanahan. They get the stop they needed. True Blood, the big boy, brings it down, top of the key, loses the handle, back over to Jordan. Jordan, this one's deep, and it's going to be no good. Rebound goes to Barth.
Yeah, shot happy, the key to the game, but maybe right there, look for something else. That was a long one for Jordan.
11-4 still on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. What a drive by Terry going against Archer. You betcha.
Just saw that lane open up. It never was closed. Put up a shot, maybe get the contact too.
5 points already for Trayson Terry. Almost gets a turnover here. Oh, here we go. Over to Drew Jordan. Can he make it count? You betcha. Number 1 for 3.
Felt like there St. Mary's maybe overcorrected. They had 4 players going after the basketball. Somebody was going to be open, and it was the wrong guy for them. It was Drew Jordan.
Jordan's got 5 in this young basketball game. 13-7. Benning now on the right wing. The lefty finds himself on the right side. Ignored the screen. Nice little drive inside, threw it out of bounds. Terry wasn't able to handle it, turnover.
And in seasons past, earlier games, it's some kind of sequences like this for St. Mary's where they get going way too fast. Comes back to Bynum. Well, wide open three to a turnover. Chance for the Magicians to get back in this.
Checking in the basketball game is going to be Alex Winchesky, 6-foot sophomore. We know the Winchesky name well. Dean, one of the best coaches in the state, retired after last year. His brother Eric is playing down at Dickinson State. Now Alex, it's time to shine for the Magi. Jordan over to Gunville. Gunville puts up the tray, almost banked it in. Nice rebound there by Brooks Armstrong. Armstrong almost gets it turned over. Brought up by Terry. Terry on the left-hand side. Goes up and good, and he's been unreal tonight.
Yeah, just a beautiful game on offense for Trace and Terry.
7 points for Terry. Archer off to Jordan. Jordan gonna drive now. Kicks over to Trueblood. Nice move, Trueblood. Oh, you betcha! 2, 3, and 1 basketball. 2-3, showing why he's one of the best.
And Saints, they kind of jumped this one. They had a man there, but overplayed that pass going after steals, and Trueblood isn't going to give up an opportunity to lift.
The 6'9 junior will go to the Serve Pro free throw line. Serve Pro, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. This one's no good. 15-9 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. 13:40 to go here in the first half. St. Mary's been playing great team basketball. A lot of off-ball screens, a lot of slashes to the court, and a lot of part of this guy, Trayson Terry again.
He is hot right now. 6 straight points from Trayson Terry. Lead up to 8 for the Saints.
Trueblood, fresh off the dunk. Kicks to Winchesky. Jordan, a deep three here. Can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to the Saints and Brooks Armstrong. Brooks has been there a lot tonight for the rebounds.
Yeah, that's kind of his game. Kind of a little bit of a glue out there on the floor for St. Mary's. Distribute the basketball.
Trey Terry, shimmy shake, down low to Armstrong. Armstrong, nice move on the baseline against Ludwig. Now they kick out over to Barnett. Barnett, no good. Ludwig can't gather it up. Another offensive board, fresh shot clock for the Saints. Barth, eat. He goes up. And how about this guy, Jackson Barth?
If he can do that all night long, Dallas, I don't know where Minot High finds a stop for him.
10-point game all of a sudden. Magi on the ropes early. Trueblood. Nice pass down low to Winchesky for 2.
That's just basketball instincts right there from Alex Winchesky. A young guy who's hardly gotten any varsity minutes, but knows what to do in that situation.
Trey Terry calling out for a set play here. Gets it to Benning. Benning, nice spin move from the youngster. The lefty can't get it. Oh, an offensive rebound. It's the hustle, Owen.
It's all working right now for St. Mary's.
7 points for Benning. 12-16 to go. Trueblood thought about pulling the trigger that time. He's going to drive on the left-hand side. Trueblood can't get it. A lot of contact. They're going to play on. Terry, he's got a motor. Kicks out to Benning. Look out below. It's a three-party. In and out. No good. Another almost offensive rebound. Will somebody box out Brooks Armstrong?
Again, that's just kind of his game. He's going to be everywhere you don't expect him to be, and almost gets the rebound there. Gets a well-earned sit on the bench.
You see Armstrong right here, and we watch Barth go to work down low. You see the power, you see the precision right there for 2. Appreciate Ryan Family Dealership for supplying that instant replay. Magi down 21-11. Shanahan drives, kicks. Nice kick to Trueblood. Good basketball. Missed the shot. Rebound by Dominic Zander. Trey Terry with the basketball, and he's been outstanding going against Gunville. Terry threw it to maybe 2 Saints, we'll say, Owen.
I think he was going after Wolbaum, but Wolbaum wasn't looking.
Benning, good defense here. Offensive 3 seconds. Magi are yelling out. Nice drive. With 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, Dominic Zander will head to the Serve Pro free throw line. Foul's going to go against Patrick Shanahan.
Both of these teams, they jump. They're going to go for passes, dribbles, shots, everything. Might be a few opportunities for these guys to get some free throws, and for St. Mary's to extend their lead at the line.
Your scoreboard tonight is brought to you by BNC National Bank with locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit them online today at bnc.bank.
Quick 4 for 4 at the free throw line of the St. Mary's Saints today. We saw that be an important stat, the what if of the girls' game early on. If you just make your free throws early, how different that first half could have been.
Just now joining us, the Majets with a nice road victory to start WDA play. They did lose a nice player in Deshaw. We wish her the best. Thoughts and prayers to her as she tries to overcome that knee injury on the left knee. Gunville, top of the key. Thinks about driving, pulls up like his younger or older brother. No good. And the shooting woes continue for Minot High.
Yeah, they are 1 for 7. 1 for 7 from 3 to start this basketball game.
Here's a kid who isn't 1 for 7. That's Benning. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Kicks back over to Xander. Seen a lot of off-ball screens again here. Benning still. Good defense from Gunville. Benning makes him pay. How about that with 7 seconds left on the shot clock?
One of the best pure scorers in the West. Get to know his name if you haven't already.
Yeah. 9 points tonight for Benning. Trueblood, nice spin cycle. Goes up, no good. Terry brings it down. Trey Terry, outstanding defense. Greater offense, goes up, no good. Rebounds tipped around. Ludwig comes up for the Magi. Down 25-11, OP. You got to think some of these offensive sets got to start coming to life. Shanahan, we're going to have before the shot foul. It's going to be on the ground, the referee says.
Yeah, for Minot, putting up threes, that's what they want to do. They love shooting them. Feel like maybe an extra pass or two would help, get better looks, or you just got to wait and hope those shots start falling at some point. But yeah, down 14 is a tough sign.
Trey Terry will take a seat on the bench. 9 points, 1 foul for Mr. Terry. They get it inbounds. Finally over to Archer. Archer kicks back out to Ludwig. Ludwig couldn't handle it. Turnover, Magi.
As plays like that, it's really going to hurt this first half effort for the Magi, where you get the look you want, just can't hang on to it. It's almost like you got to be perfect against the St. Mary's defense tonight.
Keller Barnett plays the down low position. You're going to see this nice little offensive scheme here. Barnett right on cue. No good there. Barnett, 6'6" sophomore, getting some time here. Shanahan's going to drive. Fearless. Up. No good, but he'll head to the Serve Pro free throw line for 2.
Oh, look at this Keller Hertz Barnett player for St. Mary's. Kind of that sub for Jackson Barth. Definitely not a Jackson Barth, but he gives you a really interesting look from that forward position. Kind of the Oakley Trueblood, it looks like, of this St. Mary's team.
Right there you see on a Ryan Family Dealer Spins replay the great speed from Shanahan that the WDA is starting to take note of. He'll now head to the free throw line for 2. Shanahan hits the 6'2" sophomore. Sorry, Owen, go ahead.
Shanahan's a guy we've been hearing about for a while now since he started coming up through the lower levels of this Magi program, and especially the work he's done in the summer has always been a prospect. Everybody said to keep in mind, and now it's proven here in his early varsity career.
He's put in the time, and now it's time to shine. Goes 2 for 2 from the Serve Pro free throw line. 25-13, 10 minutes to go here, first half. Thank you for joining us here on PSP Network. Make sure to share this feed with friends and family. Subscribe to our network here. Lots more action coming to you this whole season. It's impossible without you. Saints, deal. Back up top, they go over to Holbaum. He's going to just a little football handoff here to Xander. Xander's going to drive above the left elbow. Good defense from Archer. They kick back out over to Armstrong. Armstrong going against Jordan. Gets a shot off. Another offensive board. Who other? Jackson Barth. Eat. Again, Jackson. The human rebounding machine that is Jackson Barth. He leads the WDA in rebounding, and you see right there why. It's going to be an out-of-bounds play here under their own hoop. Taking it out, it's Brooks Armstrong. Back over to Benning now. Nice little stutter step there. No dice. Gunville gets it. Minot High, Owen, as you said, they need to just start passing the basketball around, wait for that right shot. Or Shanahan just take a drive, and there you see the speed of Patrick Shanahan.
Yeah, I was just going to say, well, Shanahan can continue driving and kicking, or just take it all himself. Who cares about the kick?
10-point game. Patrick Shanahan's got 6. Benning thought about pulling the trigger. Instead, he drives, kicks to Barth. Barth, lefty to lefty. How about that?
Oh, worked out. Barth got a little scared with that quick pass from Benning, but give him the assist. This St. Mary's offense on fire.
Trueblood needs the 3, wants the 3, will get the 3. Oakley, Trueblood.
An important shot to get his game going today. He's had struggles defensively in the matchup against Barth. Go out and prove it on offense.
Trueblood cuts it to 9. Saints offense plays so well together. Now they'll get it down low. Archer, undersized. Good defense, no good. Shanahan now off to the races. Behind the back.
Just keep going.
Kicks back out to Gunville. Gunville waiting his time. Trueblood clops for the basketball. Senses a mouse in the house. Now he'll go up. And if he contests, it gets his own board. Trueblood again. Can't get another offensive board. We're going to have We're going to have a charge warning, I believe. Flop warning.
Against one of the St. Mary's players.
So we didn't catch the number, did we, Owen?
No.
I believe they got Brooks Armstrong. So Armstrong's pleading his case right now. Or his teammate's case.
Trying to sell the charge there from Trueblood. I was more watching just the determination on the face of Oakley Trueblood to get that ball in the bucket. Didn't work, but he's turned into an animal here.
27-18, 8:08 to go in the first half. Barnett, who's provided nice minutes here. Over to Armstrong. Trey Terry. Trying to get it down low. They will this time. Barth, and not the best spacing offensively, but lucky to get the foul there.
It's already 4 against the Magi in the first half.
They'll get Oakley Trueblood on the foul there, his first personal. Quickly into Barth. Shanahan almost got the steal. Barth. What a matchup this is. Out to Terry. Terry for 3. No. Rebound Gunville. Magi got a few answers offensively. Still trying to figure this out against a pesky man-to-man defense from the Saints. Archer for 3. He can hit him. That's why. How about that? Archer.
Didn't even think once about that shot. Just put it up. Magi need some help on offense. Look for your lone senior, Taven Archer.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
That timeout brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. They're a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Find them online today. That's FIBT.com. 27-21. Magi were able to close in on this lead after the Archer 3. Gonna have another foul here, off-ball foul.
Looks like Archer was caught holding onto the jersey of Keller Hertz Barnett. His second of the half.
So they're going to get Taven a sub right here. Ludwig's going to come in for him. Archer's got to be careful here. Taken out is going to be Keller Barnett. They get into Terry. 9 points tonight for Trey Terry. Start off red hot. Since then cooled off a little bit. Moving the basketball exceptionally well there. You see the pesky defense from Drew Jordan. Try to get the back door there. Nobody home. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Saints looking towards the hoop. Nice shot here by Armstrong, and he hits.
First points today for Brooks Armstrong. Definitely not the first time we said his name. Another area to add to his game tonight.
Trueblood tonight's been playing outside a little bit here. Ludwig kicks it now to Oakley. Oakley's going to drive. Hands off to Gunville. Gunville, big 3 here, and hits. That's the Gunville we remember.
Well, Minot High staying in this game because of their perimeter shooting ability. We said just have some patience early. They weren't falling right away. But Dallas are 4 for 9 now.
There's a good tip out by Gunville. 29-24 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Let's take another look here at that Gunville 3.
Yeah, it's been Archer. It's been Jordan ready to shoot from beyond the arc. Just put one up.
Trey Terry, top of the key after the inbound. Gets Trueblood in the air, down low to Barth, the big boy. Gets hammered. Almost made that one somehow, some way.
Yeah, just get it up. Maybe an N1 like he's had before, but it got switched with Gunville on him on that last play and just back to the basket, get to the line.
I mean, just splitting 2 defenders there, going up, and still forces his way to the Serve Pro free throw line. Barth's first one is in and out, no good. The lefty can't hit that one. Archer now comes in for Gunville. Jackson Barth, 6'5" senior, 7 points tonight thus far. Can't make it. Goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 29-24, 6:10 here. Appreciate you joining us here on a fine night in North Dakota. WDA action doesn't get any better than this. Trueblood on the baseline. Kicks back out to Archer. A lot of trouble here. Look at the defense from Barth, the big man. Can't get it. Now it's 4-on-5 basketball. Barth still down. Corner three put up here by Jordan. He hits.
Yeah, Minot High, that man advantage. Got to move the ball quick. Eventually it got to the open shooter, Drew Jordan.
All of a sudden we look up, it's a 2-point game. The Magi come storming back. Drew Jordan, a big part of that. 8 points tonight. Armstrong, back to Terry, off a double pick. Terry blocked! What a block by Patrick Shanahan.
Not only can he play off the dribble, he can play defense as well. Closes out to Terry on the 3-point line. Goes through that. Oh, what a way to help out your teammate there. Had that elevator screen that Terry went through. Shanahan, the help defender in that play.
Benning got the inbound play, and then he goes right towards the hoop and gets fouled. That's going to be the 7th team foul on the Magi.
Yeah, they've had to play pretty aggressive like that. St. Mary's has forced him to do so. You drive past one guy, everybody else is flying around. Kind of expected this from the Magi, unless you can keep St. Mary's outside the 3-point line.
First one's no good from the Serve Pro free throw line. Want to thank Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, earn the degree for the career you desire. Be seen, be heard. Be you, Minot State University. 30-27. Benning goes 1 for 2.
10 points in the ball game for Benning.
Patrick Shanahan. Seeing a little zone defense here, and oh, nice move by Gunville. What a block! Oh my heavens, it was Keller Barnett from the roof. How about that block, Owen? Terry now for 3. Yes!
Starts with defense, kind of been the case for St. Mary's tonight. Good defensive stand, good offensive performance on the other side.
Shanahan over to Gunville. Back to Trueblood, who's been a little quiet tonight, trying to get his ball game going. 4:50 and counting here. 33-27. Shanahan drives, lefty, no. Rebound. Tipped around, finally brought up. Oh boy, that's about as close as it can get. Heads up play there by Keller Hertz-Bennett. You know, Owen, I've been so inspired by this offensive touch. The movement of the basketball has been phenomenal tonight by St. Mary's.
Yeah, they're just showing a lot of trust in one another to make the shot.
It seems like that shot clock's down to 10 every time they get a possession. Trueblood, he's now going to drive. Nice move against Barth. Up and under. Look at this. That's about as clean as it can get. And 1 basketball.
Trueblood, any play you can make to increase the confidence tonight, and this one should do a whole lot of work in that matter. Able to beat Barth, not by strength, but just by skill, working in the paint right there past St. Mary's Center.
For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com. They're supplying the instant replay tonight. Trueblood makes true on that free throw. Give him 8 points tonight. 33-30, 3-point game. We got a barn burner here, folks. Make sure to tune in. This can be fun. Armstrong deals, left elbow, in and out, and it falls back in. How about that?
I thought maybe Shanahan had a chance at another block. Trust the process, though, on that Armstrong shot.
Shanahan, Terry's on the ground. Quick recovery by Terry. Now he goes up, and how did that go in? Oh, my.
Flipped that one up with the left hand somehow, some way.
Terry's turn now. He goes against Gunville. 3:40 and counting, which has been a magical first half. Benning, the lefty. No good. Rebound, Trueblood. Trueblood loses the handle. What a nice play. The steal's going to be credited to Benning, but it was Dominic Zander. We got to travel now. The referees are going to meet.
I don't think Benning landed, right? He got that ball away in the air. At least that's what I saw.
So the referees will meet. Let's take another look here. That Shanahan layup.
Oh, it is St. Mary's ball, so call it off. Some impressive stuff here from Shanahan. I don't know why he didn't just go right away with Terry on the ground, but able to win nonetheless. So take the travel off the board here at St. Mary's basketball.
I believe that's the correct call. What about you, Owen?
Oh, yeah. He got it away before he hit the ground.
Then he's going to hand off to Dominic Zander, who's been a little quiet tonight. Just 2 points off 2 free throws. Back up top to the main man, Trey Terry. Terry, oh my goodness, this kid is phenomenal. How about Mr. Terry?
Got Gunville a little puzzled right there. Terry, a giant first half with 14 points.
Trueblood, deep three. Yes! 2-3 for 3. 37-35. Sorry, Owen.
West Region basketball at its finest tonight.
Barnett's, no. Rebound. Who other? Trey Terry. 3. In and out. No good. Rebound goes to Oakman. 2-point game here. The Jets have been down the whole ball game, trying to tie it or get the lead. Nice give and go here to Jordan. Oh, it's blocked. What a nice play by Trey Terry. Coming back quickly the other way. Armstrong. He's going to get that to go in. 39-35. Back and forth we go, OP. Fun night in the capital city. Trueblood to Gunville. Gunville in the corner. He's dangerous. That's why.
One of those where he's looking at the backside of the backboard when he let that one go. Minot within 1. What a job. Slowly but surely chipping away.
The birthday boy, Oakley Trueblood, going off for 14 in the first half. Makes it a 1-point game. Heads up because it's Barnett. No. Rebound Winchesky and company. We're going to have a foul here. Let's take a quick look. The Ryan Family Dealership Insta replay. Watch this possession here by Trueblood. Bringing the basketball down. We got a timeout on the floor. No, we don't. Excuse me. You see the backdoor cut here by Jordan. And then the block. So the referees are now at the score table. Talk a little bit about the game clock, I believe.
And something to do with the possession arrow. I don't know when or where that would have gotten flipped, but 2 minutes to go.
Don't forget about our halftime show brought to you by Jerome's Collision Center. We'll have numbers, thoughts, much more on that Jerome's Collision Center. Trueblood, eat, fade away. No, rebound by Ludwig, and then he kind of threw it with 2 hands. But they're going to call it out of bounds on St. Mary's, and the St. Mary faithful not happy.
Yeah, not particularly on that play. Minot High, a possession here where they can take the lead here in the first half.
Shanahan deals under his own hoop. Looking, debating, finally gets it up top to Ludwig. Over to Winchesky, who's very deep. Over to Trueblood. Trueblood's got a chance. The 3 hits. Oakley's starting to heat up tonight.
So much fun to watch these two teams battle when every shot you have 110% confidence in.
Oakley Trueblood's 4th three-pointer in the first half, and the Magi take a 2-point lead on the 3-0 Saints. Here's a kid that's been playing well. Barth out to Benning. Benning takes the screen. Now he's going to drive against Jordan. Benning playing bully ball, double teamed, triple teamed. Kicks back out over to Armstrong. Armstrong, spin move, jump. No. Rebound, Shanahan. Shanahan's going to push this thing. 1:08 left in the first half. It's been fun. Deep 3 again from Trueblood. No. Rebound goes to Benning and the Saints. Big possession for the Saints. Corner 3's put up by Jay Mueller. He missed everything. Now look at Coach Brandt yelling, slow down, fellas, slow down.
Yeah, at Minot High, the task right now is to go into halftime with the lead. And it's one long possession here and one more defensive stand to do so.
Shanahan takes the Trueblood screen. Now Trueblood with the ball. We're going to have a Winchesky 3. He missed it all. Rebound chase down finally by Dominic Zander. Here comes Benning and company. 3-on-2 basketball. Armstrong goes up. Powerful maneuver. Who other? Barth. Again, the human rebounding machine. But it's stolen away by Drew Jordan. Jordan up to Shanahan. Shanahan, what a nice move. Euro step. No good. Tipped out of bounds by the Saints.
Wow, Shanahan right there. I mean, Barth, you try and get him to put that up, but he's behind the bucket. Watch this move by Shanahan. Put up a nice look. Again, Minot High, the opportunity going to halftime with the lead. Just hold on to here for 18 seconds.
Some people call it poetry in motion. I call it WDA basketball. Shanahan deals down to Archer. Archer heavily guarded. He's going to put up a weird jumper. Kind of a right-hand hook meets a jump shot. But now the shot clock is off. 10 seconds left. Magi clinging, and I mean clinging, to a 2-point lead. Benning. It's going to be Barth. Excuse me. Benning. 1 second left. Archer. It's good if it goes. No. My, oh my. This is going to be fun. Right now, your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High Magicians 41. St. Mary's Saints 39. We'll be back with our Jerome's Collision Center halftime report. Don't go anywhere.
This Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in. I can't believe I wrecked my car. There's some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Welcome back to the capital city, the beautiful campus of St. Mary's. My name is Dallas Hansen, alongside Owen Patterson. It's been a fun one thus far. You're listening to our Jerome's Collision Center halftime report. Jerome's accidents happen. It's a part of life. At Jerome's, our goal is to help get your car and your life back on the road, both literally and metaphorically. It's a goal that forces us to do more than fix your vehicle. We've been doing it since 1975. Call today, 701-852-5126 to schedule your collision repair or other service. Collision repair is our specialty. We value you and your car. That's Jerome's Collision Center. Right now, Minot High battles back to take the lead 41-39 in what has been a up and down battle, my friend Owen Patterson.
Sure has. St. Mary's, the offensive start today. We learned that these baskets worked just fine after the girls' game. St. Mary's filled the cup right away, hit a bunch of threes early. The free throw game was working. Jackson Barth was huge, and since then he's gone a little missing as Minot's offense got in rhythm. We're talking Oakley Trueblood, Jalen Gunville, Patrick Shanahan, all knocking down triples. Minot makes 8 threes in the first 18 minutes today, and they lead by a slim margin of 2 points.
Do you have some of those stats for us, my friend?
I sure do. Let's start with the Minot High Magicians, led in scoring by Oakley Trueblood. 14 points for him. He made 3 of those 8 first-half threes for the Minot High Magicians. 8 points each from Drew Jordan and Patrick Shanahan. Boy, was Shanahan creative there late in the half. 6 points from Jalen Gunville. 2 tough shots that he made. 3 points from Taven Archer and 2 from Alex Wincheski. As a team, the Magi shot 8 of 16 from the three-point line and 3 for 4 at the Serve Pro free throw line. On the other side, the St. Mary Saints, just 5 first-half scorers. Seemed kind of crazy. It felt like everybody was contributing in some way. Many of them on the defensive side was the reason. 14 points from Trace and Terry, 10 points from Christian Benning, 7 from Jackson Barth, 6 from Brooks Armstrong, and another 2 free throws made by Dominic Zander for a total of 39. The Saints 3 for 11 from beyond the arc in the first half, 6 of 9 at the free throw line.
Listen to Jerome's Collision Center halftime report. Make sure to call Jerome's with all your accidents and automobile needs. That's 701-852-5126. Now, if you're a St. Mary's Saints fan, you're watching this basketball game, hey, great start. Trey Terry's on fire. Christian Benning's on fire, but what are they going to have to do in the second half to win this ball game?
I think they needed to go back to giving the ball to Jackson Barth, giving him some good looks. I mean, there was a time there in the first half I thought he was just going to take this game over, and I think the opportunity was there. He was beating Trueblood, getting the help defense and powering through that. I feel like that's where they got to look. Obviously, Trayson Terry's playing a heck of a game. He's in rhythm right now. But the defensive side, I mean, what Minot High has done is made the tough shots. St. Mary's has forced them well outside the three-point line. Trueblood has said, fine, I'd rather play out here tonight than in the paint against Jackson Barth. So St. Mary's defensive scheme, I don't think it has to change very much, but offensively, I just go back to what worked in that first half, Jackson Barth.
Out of your head coach, Jeremy Bryant, you're looking to go 3-1, pick up a big road win here in the WDA play. What are you saying to your team to propel yourself to a win?
I think the credit is for coming back in the first half. We got the lead. We hung on to it. I know the last few seconds there got a little hairy. We almost gave up the lead at the very end, but you're up 41-39. I think the key for them is still trying to play slower a little bit on offense. If you can control the time of possession for like a football metaphor here against St. Mary's, you don't let the Saints get out and run and force steals and all that. I think Minot High, the slower pace they can play in the second half, the better. At the same time, if you got a shot, we've been saying it all night, you got to take it right now. They put up 16 threes in the first half. This is a team that I wouldn't say they shot the lights out, but when they need to get on the run, they did. So that's what I'd say to my Minot High team if I was down in the locker room.
Good points, Owen. Thank you for those numbers. He's Owen Patterson. I'm Dallas Hansen. We're the dynamic duo tonight for PSP Network. Appreciate you joining us here on your Tuesday evening. We'll be back with second half action here from St. Mary's High School.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Taking a good look here at the St. Mary's High School where the Saints go marching in. And tonight they're trying to march their way to a 4-0 record. This program is on the up and up, but tonight they're facing a test against the scrappy Minot High Magi team that's looking to improve to 3-1. And we are off. Second half loaded and ready to go. Magi up by 2. Up top to Oakley Trueblood, who was red hot in the first half. He's going to drive in the key. Hand off to Archer. Archer going against Barth. Good kick out. Right back to Trueblood. 3-point is good. He starts where he left off.
As beautiful of a start to the second half as you can imagine. Sharing the basketball, getting it to Trueblood. Another 3 today, his 4th make of the basketball game.
Make it 17 points tonight for Oakman. Saints started off hot. Got to get it back to Barth. Barth back over to Trey Terry. Terry dancing around right now with the basketball, guarded heavily by Gunville. Back over to Armstrong. Armstrong's going to go against Archer. Nice hit with 6 seconds to go, and that's Armstrong's done that a lot tonight, OP.
Yeah, his game stops on a dime there in the lane. Archer slides by. He's trying to keep up right now with his Minot High offensive attack.
44-41. Trueblood dancing with it. Back out to Shanahan for 3. Yes!
Double-digit made threes. My good friend Bryce Gunick always says you want to win on the road, make 10 threes. Well, Minot High's already hit the minimum.
11 points for Pat Shanahan. 47-41 on the BNC Nash Bank scoreboard. What a spin by Benning. Shanahan with great help defense is tipped out of bounds by the Magi. It's the help defense, Owen, that's really propelled this Minot High team defensively, right?
It really has. St. Mary's wants to drive. They want to penetrate the defense. And help-wise, Minot High, especially on shot fakes, limiting their jumpiness to them. And closing out the shooters has been an important part of this transition in the game.
Shanahan gets the steal off the turnover. Gives it up to Archer. Archer's going to drive. What a nice move by Archer. Can't hit the bunny. Rebound goes to the Saints. By the way, a quick shout out to the athletic director here of St. Mary's, Lane Volts. How about these scoreboards here at this gymnasium?
Pretty good stuff.
Trey Terry, dipsy-do, no good. Rebound, Barth. Again, Barth against Trueblood. It's blocked. He sticks with it, though. Now we're going to have a jump ball. No, they're going to give it to Minot High.
And just behind the play, too. Taven Archer has angle. He got laid on by Jackson Barth. Seems to be up and running again. The Magi basketball.
Gunville holding his right elbow a little bit after hitting the floor rather hard. We'll play on. Give it out to our player to watch. That's Drew Jordan. Jordan on the baseline. Nice kick out to Taven Archer. No good. Rebound goes out to Trayson Terry. Terry now deals against Gunville. Nice move at the basket. He's going to be fouled. Foul's going to go against Gunville. He's not happy.
Yeah, Terry, I think it was just all that movement towards the baseline. Maybe kind of gave the impression of some contact, just never kind of got under control. We'll get the 2 free throws. Gunville maybe just that left arm still on Terry at the time of the shot.
First attempt from the Serve Pro free throw line is good. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro 47-42. Trey Terry make it 16 points tonight for the 6'2 sophomore. That's right, he's a super sophomore. Shanahan, he's another super sophomore. Kicks out to Gunville. Gunville for 3, no. Rebound Barth. Boy, oh, that Jackson Barth, he's something to talk about when it comes to rebounding.
He really is. And I mean, he's a football player on the basketball court and proves that time and time again.
Trying to get it to him on the right block. Now he's going to come up, but Trey Terry's got other plans. Goes against Archer. Great defense from Archer as he gets the block. And now the turnover heading the other way. Oakman for 3. No. Rebound by Christian Benning. Quickly up 2-on-1 basketball. Barth picks up his dribble. Gives it back up to Terry. Over to the corner. It's going to be Xander. Down low to Barth. Good give and go. Wow. A lot of contact there made by the offense, but Barth just playing bully ball.
That's why I said what I said at halftime. Just give him the ball. Nobody's going to get in his way.
Drew Jordan, don't blink. You just missed that one. Drew Jordan for 2. He's got 10 tonight.
Just get the ball, number 40, downhill attack.
I'm with you, Owen.
Yeah, Minot High's got to find an answer to that.
Benning's going to drive. He's going to put up the fadeaway, but it's blocked. Another great block by Mr. Defense. That's Drew Jordan. Archer off his foot. Coach Brandt not happy. Get the feeling off those turnovers he wants an offensive play. Benning for three, the lefty. Oh, in and out. High rebound for Trueblood, but going back to the last one off the turnover, you saw Brandt get upset, and you see why.
Yeah, a little too sped up again are the Magicians with things not necessarily going their way on offense.
Trey Terry picks up his third personal foul, so Trey's got to be careful here. I don't think he got to sub him out quite yet.
No.
14 minutes to go. Oakley Trueblood will call the shots here under his own hoop. Finds Jordan. Jordan passes back over to Oakley. Oakley's going to drive baseline. They're going to get Jackson Barth. We could see that one from up here.
Oh, what a pass by Jordan to Trueblood, skipping it over the entire defense. Always dangerous to do. The St. Mary's team that always seems to be in a passing lane, but switch up the inbounds play here with Trueblood right underneath the hoop against a new defender.
Gunville playing quarterback now under his own hoop. Gets it to Trueblood way deep. Nice pump fake by Oakman. Oakman rises. Oh my goodness gracious.
And just great recognition by Trueblood there. He's got the new defender. It's Hertz Barnett, a player that he can take off the dribble, and he does with the shot fake.
Let's take another look at our Ryan Family Dealership instant replay, and you see why Oakley is going to be somebody to deal with here in the WDA. Right now, the BNC National Bank scoreboard, Magi 51, St. Mary's Saints 42.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.
Well, Owen Patterson, you got a lot going on over there. Give us an update here.
Watching every PSP Network broadcast I can at the moment because we got 4. Bismarck High man down. The Braves, I think they were down by 17 in the first half. They've closed the gap to 9 with the basketball. And tell you what, the Braves and the Demons, not a team you want to catch on an off day on your part.
51-45, St. Mary's with the basketball, trying to get it inside to Barth. It's been a fun matchup, a game inside the game with Trueblood going against Barth. Trueblood's got the height. Barth's got the physicality. Rebound's going to go to Winchesky, who's got some good minutes tonight. Up top to Gunville. Now they find Drew Jordan. Jordan pump fake, drives, kicks back out over to Archer. Good ball movement here by the Magi. Drew Jordan, that one's short. Rebound's going to go to who other than Brooks Armstrong. They're starting to pile up for Armstrong in the rebound category. Nice spin from Benning. Benning goes up against Trueblood, and a great shot by Christian Benning.
A lot of reasons for Benning to just give the ball up right there. He didn't listen to anybody.
Drew Jordan quickly the other way. He's done it a couple times, and don't blink, I'll say it again. Very quick, 12 points tonight for Drew Jordan. 53-47. Get the feeling, Owen, if they're going to make a comeback or even win this game, Trey Terry's going to have a big part of that.
And how about Barth? We've been saying this guy's name all the time.
Misses that one. Good rebound there by Archer.
But yeah, Terry, 14 first half points, yet to make a field goal since the break.
Here's a big turnover by the Saints. Oh, what a nice move. But it's not going to count. Let's take another look here at our Ryan Family Dealership instant replay.
Armstrong just sticks a hand out and intercepts his pass and then ends up in the Minot High bench, running along the sideline.
Almost got it.
Coach Brandt has seen too many passes get picked off tonight, was not impressed by that.
Coach Brandt, who's getting closer and closer to his 500th career win. He won a State B National Championship at Beulah High School for the Miners. Last couple years, he's been at Minot State as an assistant coach. Living the dream, getting to coach his son at the collegiate level. But now he finds himself the head man at Minot High, and they're happy he's there. Back over to Shanahan for three. Yes, sir. Booyah for Shanahan. Trying to fill the It's a tall task to fill the shoes of a great like Dean Winchesky, but Coach Brand doing a good job thus far.
Yeah, and I feel like the key to that is, you know, trusting in your own process. And Minot High has had great history of coaching, great history of sustained success, but this is a guy that's had success other places, like Beulah. If you just trust your own process, eventually those results are just gonna keep coming in.
Barth goes up and under against Trueblood. Great job there by Jackson Barth.
Well, he's asking for the...
We're gonna have a technical foul. Wow. Things are heating up here at St. Mary's.
Yeah,
oh my.
Barth went running down the floor asking for a foul. I thought maybe just a warning here, but it must have been kind of some direct barking at the official. They get the technical right away.
You know, into something else I want to talk about, Owen, is that was a good technical call there you got on UOP.
Practicing.
It's a big sign for all the assistants. Longtime assistant Brian Hornecker, who knows the program, knows the ins and outs, knows all the players, Pearson, all of them stay with Brandt.
Yeah.
All of Winchesky's assistants, they decide to stay.
Yeah, that is a real important piece to it.
So Trueblood goes one for two. Go ahead. Sorry, Owen.
No, I was just going to say he went 1 for 2. I was also going to say about the technical foul, though. Barth just got to put that away. I mean,
yeah,
he's played such a phenomenal game that you can't let that bring down your night.
You're looking at a potential 4-point swing. 49-57 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Brooks Armstrong says, to heck with that screen, Dallas. We're going to play our own game. He's going to head the other way. Kicks out over to Bennett. Bennett for three. No. What a nice rebound there. The big 3-5 Olbaum. And he's played well. The 6'3 junior can jump out of the gym.
Yeah, just doing what coach staff asked him to. Play that top part of the defense, go up and get a rebound, and see if they guard you here on the inbounds play, standing all alone.
Don't forget about Planet Pizza. The best pizza on the planet is Planet Pizza. They've been around for over 25 years. Call now, 701-852-1700, located in Minot, North Dakota. How about Christian Benning? Again, he's got 14 tonight.
It's just 5 players on the court at the same time just attacking one another. It doesn't matter where they are on the floor. There's Terry with the steal.
Nice steal by Terry Shanahan. Be careful, he's going to foul, but Terry makes him pay.
That maybe gets Trace and Terry back into scoring in this basketball game. Defense to offense has been carrying the Saints tonight.
17 points for the sophomore stud that is Trey Terry. Nice take, Drew Jordan. 59-53 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Terry now above the left wing. Trying to get some help from his teammates. He's get it over to Benning on the right wing. Benning's looking for a screen from Bennett. Drew Jordan right in his grill though. Nice take. No good. Rebound Ludwig and the Magi. They're off to the races. 3-on-3 basketball. Oakman behind the back. We're going to have a timeout on the play. Timeout's going to go to the Magi. 59-53, Minot High with the lead. Coach Brandt wants to see more.
Breathe in. I can't believe I wrecked my car. There are some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Want to thank Bones Barbecue Sauce, a true North Dakota original. Created and bottled right here in the great state of North Dakota. The premium barbecue sauce is perfect on anything from ribs to burgers to veggies. That's right, veggies. Find it today at your local grocery store, Cashwise, Marketplace, and Family Fare. Also, Val Cyclery, locally owned and operated in downtown Minot since 1960. They have a full line of e-bikes that they service in their shop, sharpening center for knives, everything and more at Val Cyclery. Up and under's no good. Rebound Archer. Back out to Shanahan for three. Yes, Shanahan's night continues.
Minot High, 12 of 24 on threes tonight. Shanahan, 3 of them in the second half alone.
Patrick Shanahan, nice season thus far. Having a tall task defensively going against Trey Terry. Double team here on Terry. Down low they go over to Wolbaum. Wolbaum kicks out to Benning. Benning, no good. Rebound goes to Oakley Trueblood.
Talking about the Magi's numbers on three-point shooting. St. Mary's is 3 for 14.
Trueblood's going to drive on the baseline, guarded by Benning. Now back up top to Drew Jordan. Jordan trying to go against Wolbaum. That's going to be tough. 16 on the shot clock. 10 minutes left in the ball game. Shanahan out to Jordan. Jordan hoists up a three. No good. Rebound, Trey Terry. And that's going to be a foul against Shanahan.
Just his second, and he has been playing in the grill of Trayson Terry all game today.
Second foul for Patrick Shanahan to go along with his 17 points tonight. So the Saints, who have had an outstanding start on this season, 3-0, looking for that magical fourth win of this young season. They're going to have a tall task here, down 9:40 to go here. Terry, nice pass inside to Barth. Barth, left hand, you betcha.
And he tries to draw the contact again with Trueblood. Oakley just straight up, let him have it.
13 points for the big man, Jackson Barth. Oh my goodness, Shanahan. Look at this kid.
And that lefty lay from the right side has been working today for Shanahan.
Shanahan begging for a sub right now.
Just got to give me one more defensive possession.
He has to go to Farstead Oil. Barth, no good. Rebound, Oakley, Trueblood. Speaking of Farstead Oil, find out how their skilled sales team can help you out today. Been going since 1938. Trueblood, big three, yes! Oakman again!
It's always fun to watch a game where everybody shoots with the confidence they're shooting with tonight. It leaves the hand, everyone seems like they're going in today.
Speaking of a great shooter, Trey Taylor, look at this Terry kid. Kicks back out over to Dominic Xander. Xander's been a little quiet tonight, just 2 points. Benning's turn now with the basketball. Pump fake 3 times, goes up, gets his own board, kicks back out to nobody. Went in between. It's getting awfully physical out there. OP, and if you see the coaching staff from both sides going, hey, you know, watch our guys. They're both arguing the same thing.
And if you're St. Mary's right now, an 8-point gap with only 8 minutes to go. Wondering what you can do here to close this deficit.
Oakley Trueblood, no hesitation, off the back iron, no good. The 6'9" junior can't hit there. Brooks Armstrong gets it picked off. Heading the other way are the Magi. Right hand layups up and good. Brody Johnson making an impact, 6'4" sophomore.
Yeah, the sub quick for Shanahan there, and Johnson, your time to shine. Steal and score, 69-55, Minot in the lead.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens, that's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Want to apologize to Farstead Oil, was trying to get their ad read out, but Oakley Trueblood hit a 3, but it's Farstead Oil. Contact them today to find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938. They're committed to their outstanding customer service, and they are reliable as anybody. That's Farstead Oil. Also appreciate the Aggie Foundation. Vote each week for the PSP Network Player Performance of the Week. Nominees will be posted on PSP's social media each Monday, and the winner announced on Thursday. Player Performance of the Week is sponsored in part by the Aggie Foundation. Learn more about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. 69-55, Magi up. Benning. It's going to be stolen here by Drew Jordan. Benning not happy. Jordan happy for the layup.
How about it's a couple seconds here from Brody Johnson. Forces that takeaway after the fast break layup.
He came out in warm-ups and dunked one. Coach Brandt must have seen it and said, you're playing tonight. Corner threes hoisted by Xander. No. Rebound Benning. Yes.
St. Mary's has gone extremely cold from the three-point line, contributing to their lack of success on offense.
16 points for Benning. Trueblood, oh boy. Bully ball down there. Be careful, don't stare. Trueblood hits
and the step over there too.
That was close.
Flirting with a technical foul was Oakley Trueblood, but let him play tonight.
73-57, Magi starting to pull away. Terry, top of the key. Xander now, off the right elbow, going against Winchesky. Back over to Barth. Barth's going to be picked off by your guy almost again. It's Brody Johnson everywhere. Nice pass down low to Bennett for 2.
A broken play turns into success there for St. Mary's. Barth the eyes to find. Hurts Barnett for his first points.
Eric Winchesky back over to the newcomer that is Brody Johnson, playing out of his mind defensively. Oakley Trueblood, the Oakman, the fade, and one. Trueblood, have yourself a night, young 2-3.
27 points for Oakley Trueblood, and a few more daggers here with still 7 minutes to go in the game.
You see the setup here, Owen. Back to the basket, here comes the double.
I know it's so, what separates Trueblood, I think, a lot from the players watching his class is just, he's got three options really every time he gets the ball. He's going to drive, he's going to pivot past you in the lane, or he's just going to fade away for a long two, set up for a three. There's so many facets to his game. Makes him so tough to guard.
Trueblood hits from the Serve Pro free throw line to make it 76-59. Terry, this one's deep. The lefty hits it. Number 3, 4-3.
Desperation right there for St. Mary's. Needed a big shot. You got it from Trayson Terry. Up at 21 tonight for the sophomore.
6:31 to go. Gunville with the basketball. Down low to the red-hot Trueblood, and it's picked off. 2-on-2 basketball now the other way. St. Mary's in transition. Down low to Barth. Over to Benning. Benning up and good. Good basketball from the Saints.
Yeah, here's what starts the rally. Takeaways into points. Takeaways into points. Stop and score for St. Mary's, but you got to tighten the bolts defensively here.
Good point, partner. Starting to heat up here in St. Mary's. Gunville off a Trueblood screen. Down low now to Oak. Oakley, absorb, eat. He's fouled. He'll head to the Serve Pro free throw line for 2. Brandt not going to waste any time. Going to get Drew Jordan back into the ballgame.
Interesting there. They had Xander on Trueblood. And the help defense was kind of late. Barth just reached in there last second.
So 28 points tonight for Oakley Trueblood. Misses the front iron there from the Serve Pro free throw line. Coach Brandt's going to bring back in Drew Jordan and Patrick Shanahan. They come in for Ludwig. And how about Brody Johnson tonight? What an effort.
A big round of applause off the bench. Did he expect to get many minutes today? Probably not, but called upon, and that's what that's going to help out this Minot team, prove a lot of people wrong.
Trueblood hits on that one. 77-64 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Terry over to Benning. If there's a team that can mount this comeback, it's the St. Mary's Saints. They can go on a run at any time. Bennett on the baseline. Loses the handle. Lost his feet as well. Shanahan now all by himself. Pat Shanahan with the left hand layup.
Smart one. I know you were ready for another dunk
Give
call
me a
right
dunk
there.
here. Come on.
Let's rock the rim, but Shanahan, the smart play.
That was smart. I'll give it to you, OP. Terry. Nice pass down low to Barth. Good double team here from Pat Shanahan. Look at Shanahan. Great defense from Archer, and then Archer tips it out of bounds. But the double team came down low on Barth, and Barth didn't have nowhere to go. Couldn't even breathe down there. Heavy contest here as we go back to play. Barth, free throw line. Down low to Bennett. Bennett, nice move. Bennett for 2.
Quick points here for Hertz Barnett. St. Mary's still down 13 points, but like 5 minutes is plenty of time still.
Barnett, excuse me. Sorry about that. Getting a little excited here. 79-66. Drew Jordan, top of the key. Almost picked off. Drew Jordan comes up with it. No, it's almost stolen by Trey Terry. Oh, and then we've got major contact here.
Elbow to the face, it looks like, but the foul's going to go against Armstrong.
Nobody wanted the basketball. As we take a look on our Ryan Family Dealership Instant Replay.
I contest. I think everybody wanted the basketball here. Nobody could get the basketball. Starts with Armstrong, then it's Jordan. Here comes Terry thinking he's got a breakaway.
Watch the elbow here.
Yeah, maybe a shoulder. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Brooks,
got some blood.
Brooks Armstrong is going to have to be brought out of the basketball game. He's got a bloody nose. He's now on the sidelines. Oh, my. That is bloodier than bloody. Holy. My goodness. We're going to take are they going to keep it here? Yeah, they're going to keep it here. Just quick injury time. 79-66. I want to thank a few of our sponsors tonight. The UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. For all your packaging and shipping needs, contact the UPS store. How about your timeout sponsor, First International Bank and Trust, full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built in the bond between employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. OP, are you surprised by the way Minot High has played tonight?
No, I mean, I'm very optimistic about this season for Minot High. We saw offensive outputs like this in West Fargo on 2 occasions to open up this season. I mean, this is a team that night in and night out, they're playing with this much confidence. They've shot 25 threes in a game here on the road, and things are going well. This team can play with a lot of mojo. They lead by 13 here on the road. A pretty nice effort today in Bismarck. Hopefully catches a lot of attention, and got to hang on, though, for 5 more minutes.
How about for St. Mary's Saints fan? Can this team mount this comeback down 13?
I think it's possible, but the way that they've kind of been going offensively, looking at the first half, it's been a really different story. Terry hasn't been able to get up a lot of those clean shots. I know he's done a lot of work defensively as well, and we've only gotten Barth involved very recently in the second half. You got to find a way to make stops in this Minot High team that can't seem to miss right now, though.
Right now, the shout out to the medical staff here at St. Mary's. They're doing a good job cleaning up a couple of the blood spots from Brooks Armstrong, who is still on the sidelines, getting some medical attention on that bloody nose. Took his shoulder to the dome, and his nose got the worst of it, and they're still cleaning up spots of blood here. They've had a busy night tonight, actually, so a quick shout out to them. Some last instructions from Coach Brandt.
Yeah. Love coming to St. Mary's Gym.
I do too. This is a nice place.
Glad I get to come here once a year, apparently.
Yeah.
PSP Network has sent me out here a couple of times. Good memories of the old Super Region 5 tournaments. Used to play out here.
It's a fun place. The Golden Dome football field's a fun venue as well. A lot of good things happening outside of Bismarck here in the capital city, including this basketball game. 4:55 to go. Can the Magi hold on, or will the Saints make a comeback of the year? Trying to go 4-0. Shanahan, it's out of bounds. Archer and Shanahan, and they're saying no, there was a tip. Doesn't matter.
Got a replay review up here. Jeopardy theme music.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm going to say they got it right.
I do too. Terry, he's going to drive in. Can't get it to fall, and that's been Trey Terry's story in the second half. The ones that fell in the first haven't in the second. Taven Archer now, one of the leaders of this team. 6'2" senior. Gunville's going to put up a mid-range jumper. Gets the friendly roll. Jalen Gunville for 2. Make it 8 for Gunville. Nice drive here by Xander. He puts up the runner, gets it. 4 points tonight for Dominic Xander.
And Xander kind of moves into a new spot, taking over where Brooks Armstrong was. Creating plays on offense. First made field goal.
Shanahan showing off the wheels. On a block! Oh my! The basketball gets stopped again. Same hoop, other side. We need that other ref.
Benning takes care of it, but Hertz Barnett, that's probably 3 blocks tonight for him. Incredible effort. Shanahan maybe saying goaltend. Did this go off the glass first? Close.
That's as close as it can get.
That's the ultimate pin right there.
That is a true ultimate pin. Good point, partner. 3:55 and counting. Terry brings it down for the Saints. Benning now. Just being bombarded by Drew Jordan. The screen by Barth will help the cause. Benning goes up, and he'll head to the Serve Pro free throw line for 2. So that's Archer's 4th personal foul.
I think you just keep him in. One of those guys where just trust he'll be able to keep playing sound defense. The rest of this 3:39.
19 points tonight for Christian Benning, the 6'1" senior.
Armstrong back in for St. Mary's.
Can't hit the second one. Rebound Barth. Benning now drives, kicks back out. Brooks Armstrong after the bloody nose. No good. Rebound Shanahan and the Magi. 3:30 left. What has been a grinder of a basketball game. Archer over to True Blood. Oakman goes up. Rises over Barth. We're going to have a timeout, full timeout. You're being seen National Bank scoreboard. Magi 83, Saints 69. Magi are going to call full timeout. Big shout out to 2-3 tonight. Representing Minot High well.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
You're getting a good look at a man who's about to get his 500th career win if they can hold on. That's right, it's Jeremy Brandt, number 500, if the Magi can hold on. They got 3 minutes and 18 seconds, 83-69, they're up. Oh, and what a fun game tonight.
Absolutely thrilling. WDA basketball is back in a big way tonight. He said this is kind of game of the day. Two teams where we're going to find out a lot about them, and I feel like I've going to come out with more questions, honestly. Can Minot High keep up this offensive production night in, night out? We've seen them score 80 on one side, 60 on the other. St. Mary's, where did that first half energy go?
That will be the question on this campus the rest of this week. There's a little bit of it from Brooks Armstrong. His 8th point of the basketball game, 83-71. Hold the phone, here comes the press.
Yeah, something needed to switch up for St. Mary's. For some turnovers. Xander's your guy.
So Shanahan lucky there. The hustle from Dominic Xander almost came up good. So the full court press giving the Magi a little trouble here. Try to inbound it to Jordan. Instead it goes to Oakley. Trueblood. Nice pass to Archer for 2. And Saints wanted a charge against Trueblood.
They've been getting warnings for trying to draw the charge.
Benning for 3. The lefty. Top of the key. No. Nice offensive board by Brooks Armstrong. The fadeaway, no. Rebound, Gunville, yes. 2-on-1 basketball. Trueblood. Hand down low to Archer. Archer can't hit the bunny. Archer again. Nice job there from Archer.
Now all the attention going to Trueblood. The career high 31 points tonight and counting, but even all that success scoring, looking for an assist.
Good hustle there by Archer to get the offensive rebound. Now he'll head to the Serve Pro free throw line for 2. Taven Archer, one of the only lone players that played any varsity last year for this brand new Minot High Magi team. 6'2" senior's got 5 points tonight. Can't hit that one.
After such a giant senior class last year, to have just one.
I know.
And this year's team, pretty interesting stuff. Again, a lot of that kind of credited to the split. Minot North's got all the seniors right now.
Yep. Rebound goes to Brooks Armstrong. Armstrong down low to wide open Barth. Barth, oh, he missed the bunny. Offensive rebound, then it's stolen away from Drew Jordan. The missed opportunities continue for the St. Mary Saints.
I think Barth wanted to jam that one.
He was looking at it,
and he just lost it.
The ground was starting to shake. Speaking of jam, here goes Trueblood. Oh, and he gets it. Come on, Oakman, dunk that.
2 points, they count the same either way. 33 tonight for Trueblood.
Big 3 here by Brooks Armstrong, no good. Rebound goes to Patrick Shanahan, the 6'2" sophomore who's played outstanding tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, partner.
No, I'm not going to correct you on that.
Don't forget about our post-game show. We're going to have a word from maybe a coach and maybe a player as well. We'll see. Also our Sports Clips game MVP presented by Sports Clips. And how about the move of the game? 87-71 right now, and St. Mary's is going to wave the white flag.
Tough
bringing
to
in some
see.
subs.
I feel like St. Mary's, he still got a minute 40, but there was a lot of chances 5 minutes ago to make that comeback, and it never happened. Minot High wasn't going to give up either.
No.
The Magicians thought this fight was going to last until the buzzer, but up by 16 here, just ice this one away.
Well, what a night for the Minot High Magi. They come out, absorb that big start, ferocious start that St. Mary's had. And kudos to St. Mary's. When the way they were playing, I was thinking it was going to be 4-0. Not so fast, my friend. They started to slow down a little bit. Minot High picked up some speed and going to get a big road win tonight.
They are, and going to be a battle night in and night out for Minot High. A lot of teams that will match up with them with probably some advantages, whether that's defensively or size and physicality-wise, but they dealt with that adversity today very well.
Drew Jordan makes it 89-71, 140 and counting here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. A lot of new Saints now into the ball game. Reeve Honeyman, one of them. Jake Miller now, he's going to drive. Jake puts up a quick shot off the front end, no good. Rebound goes to Logan Ludwig. Ludwig, who's played some minutes tonight, 6'4", junior. Nice pass to Winchesky. Winchesky gets it tipped. This kid tonight's been a ball magnet to it. That's Brody Johnson. Out to Ludwig. Back to Johnson. Shoot it, Brody, if you can. Nice spin move. Kick out to Ludwig. Ludwig for three. No. Rebound skied for. Brought down by Brady Kurzman. Brady, a 6'1" freshman. Just under 1 minute left here at Tony Wald Court. Kick back out here for the Saints. It's going to be thrown to their assistant coach. Now into the ball game. It's going to be Parker Friddle, 5'11" sophomore. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank everybody back at the mothership as well. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gudnick joined along with us tonight. Don't forget, live, we have tomorrow from the mothership, PSP Prime Time. 2 special guests. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going live at 7:30 p.m. from a studio that's very well put together, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. I had no hand in it. That was all Bryce Gutnick. Interior design if the broadcast crew doesn't work out.
Oh, I can't wait till he listens back to this.
I think he already heard me from way over there.
Honeyman's going to give it over to Kurzman. Kurzman for 2, no. Rebound's going to be brought up here by the Saints. We're under 4 seconds left here. Shot is put in. How about that? Reeve Honeyman gets in the scoring column, and we've got a final. The Minot High Magicians 89, St. Mary's Saints 73 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard, and it's win number 500 for head coach Jeremy Brandt. What a career, and it's not over yet.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.
Welcome back to our post-game show brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors. In Schatz Crossroads, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for business For Farm Succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors are here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online today at planningteam.com. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. And how about Shots Crossroads? Your post-game headquarters. Order online today at shotscrossroads.com. Shots Crossroads, get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. Located in Minot, North Dakota. Appreciate both those guys, Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots, coming on board here. You got some numbers for us, my friend Owen Patterson.
I have quite a few, Dallas. A big number, 33 for Oakley Trueblood. 14 of those in the first half, and then to put the game away, a huge 19 in the second half. He finishes with 5 made threes in this one. Again, a career-high 33 points for the junior Oakley Trueblood. He was followed up in scoring by a nice effort, 21 points from Patrick Shanahan. He got crafty there in the second half. Started hitting some threes, hit 3 in a row, and then went back to that left-handed shot, flipping it off the window and in. 21 points for Patrick Shanahan, 18 from Drew Jordan, 8 from Jalen Gunville, 2 from Brody Johnson, 5 from Taven Archer, and another 2 from Alex Winchesky for a team total of 89 points from Minot High today. They shot 13 of 26 from 3, 8 of 12 at the Serve Pro free throw line. For the St. Mary's Saints, 20 points led the way from Trace and Terry. Just 6 in the second half. 2 made field goals was all for him. The offense did take a bit of a step back after halftime. 17 points pitched in from Christian Benning, 15 by Jackson Barth. Another 4 from Dominic Zander and Keller Hertz Barnett, and 2 there at the buzzer from Reeve Honeyman. The Saints finished with 73 points in total, 4 of 19 from 3, and Dallas 1 of 8 in the second half is really where they went missing after halftime. Was a 3-point shooting ability, 9 of 13 at the free throw line.
Wow, great numbers there. The professor, Owen Patterson. Right now, Minot High, they improved to 3-1. St. Mary's, they'll fall to 3-1. But the St. Mary's Saints team that we watched here today, if they can carry on what happened in the first half, like you mentioned with some of those numbers, ran into a little bit of some speed bumps offensively, but that's a good basketball team, and St. Mary's right now on the map.
There's 17 conference games to go.
Yeah.
This season is far from over. We are not even to the new year yet. St. Mary's showed a lot of great things early on in this 2025-26 season, and a lot of great things early on today. Obviously, some things to critique, and 17 more games to go for the St. Mary's team.
Well, it was a fun night here at St. Mary's. We got a big part of the broadcast coming up. It's going to be our Sports Clips Player of the Game, and we're also going to talk to Mr. 500. Jeremy Brandt will get a talk with us here at PSP Network after a short break. Don't go anywhere.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Welcome back to PSP Network. My name is Dallas Hanson alongside Owen Patterson, and we've got Mr. 500. How we doing, Coach Brand? What a game. How you feeling?
Feel good. I feel good. I told my guys I'm going to end up having a heart attack here at one of these points. They definitely give me a little anxiety.
I saw you wiping the glasses. You were coming out. Did you get a little bit of a bath?
Yeah, a little bit. Yes, I did. But it's all good. It's all good.
Well, obviously 500 career victories, 3 of them now for the Minot High Magicians. What has this early part of the season taught you about the team you're coaching right now?
Well, I mean, first of all, we got a really good group of kids, but I think our kids compete and they play hard. We shot the ball pretty well at times tonight after that first 8-10 minutes, I guess. Our guys started knocking down shots, and, we're so much more confident when we shoot the ball like we did tonight, and you could just see it kind of start to, everybody just kind of fed off each other. So, and I think, again, that's kind of what our identity is somewhat a little bit, or it has to be, I guess. So, I mean, we're young. It's great for us to be in these situations. Like when we were down in Fargo, we were in 2 close games, Cheyenne the other night. Those situations are great for us to be in at this time of the year because we learn a lot. I think we handled things a little bit better tonight than we did on Saturday against Cheyenne with that lead. So, we continue to learn and continue to get better, but this young group of guys, this varsity experience, too, is just it's obviously big for them. And then to start our WDA season off with a win is huge, and it's great for our guys.
Confidence is a word that came up a lot in our broadcast tonight, from the shooting side, from the defensive side. And sometimes you play with a lot of speed, obviously. Quick passing. Were there times that you guys got sped up a little bit too much? And how do you bring things back down without taking away that confidence?
Well, 100% we do. And I think some of that time is our youth and our confidence, that we have the ultimate confidence in ourselves, maybe sometimes too much, where we just need to say, hey, you know what, time and score here a little bit, guys. Let's understand what's going on here. So, but that's the part where it's just like, holy buckets, I don't know. I'm an old man here. I can't keep doing this. So, but again, these guys, they play with a lot of confidence. And basketball is a game of confidence. If you're not a confident player, you're going to struggle. And I think that's the great thing about the guys we put on the floor, is they play with a lot of confidence. And again, tonight, once some shots started going in, I think our guys just kind of fed off that.
Well, Coach, from everybody here at PSP Network, congratulations on the big 5-0-0. It's been so fun to watch you, and we wish you the best luck moving forward.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, we'll talk next to our Sports Clips player of the game. That is Oakley Trueblood. Oakley, come on in. Thank you, Coach.
Well, Oakley, career-high 33 points tonight. As a team, the shooting side, it was a little overshadowed by what St. Mary's was outputting. How did you guys find that confidence midway through the first half to go on that run?
Just getting to the locker room and getting with the guys and telling them keep getting shots up, play better defense. Because they had a lot of lefties, we told them to force them left, but the shots kind of just fell off our teammates' confidence and talking to each other.
Oakley, tonight you had to go against Barth. Very physical player, very big. You had him on the height, but he's just very physical. How did it feel? Because this is kind of this is your coming out party in the WDA. How did it feel going against a physical player like Barth?
Yeah, he's definitely really big, physical, definitely very strong. It was a rough battle, especially on a couple blocks. That was kind of just moved me out of the way, but with the height advantage, I kind of got the tip on the ball sometimes, so it was pretty fun to go against him.
Speed. I think we talked with Coach Brandt about it. Maybe he gets too fast sometimes. What speed is kind of most comfortable? Is it throwing passes left and right? Is it running up and down the floor? How fast would you like to play?
When we're getting the ball moving, we get a lot of shots, like when we extra passes and stuff. So I think just getting the ball moving fast, swinging it across the wing.
We saw on Saturday, struggled a little bit offensively, but tonight, that was not the case. How does it feel to put the basketball into the hoop and just play fearless?
It feels pretty good, but most of it was on my teammates finding me on open shots on the three-point, driving in, getting guys to collapse, and hitting me on the outside. So that was a big part of it.
Well, listen, Oakley, congratulations, my friend. Good job, good win by the Magi. Owen, you good on a question? You got any more?
None left.
All right.
Answered them all during prime time.
We're gonna close up shop here. You just listened to our Sports Clips player of the game. That is the Oakman, Oakley Trueblood.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Welcome back to Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads post-game show. Right now, we're going to take a quick look at our move of the game. Brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. It's time to bring a spa to your home. Stop in at Magic City Home Leisure, where you will find a massive inventory and a next-level sales team that can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. It's Magic City Home Leisure. Tonight's move of the game by Magic City Home Leisure is...
Well, we had a lot of options today, Dallas. A very exciting West Region basketball game. Let's give some kudos here. Keller Hertz Barnett with that block at the very end. That one sticks in mind. That run of threes by Trueblood and then giving one up to Gunville in the corner. Pretty impressive part of the first half. But I think one of the better plays of the night, Patrick Shanahan. His aggressiveness off the bounce, that lefty roll kind of back to the basket, right side. Shot that I would make 0 out of 100 times, but Shanahan made twice tonight. Give him 2 moves of the game. Patrick Shanahan.
I love it, OP. You've been listening to our move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. You heard from Oakley Trueblood. He was our Sports Clips player of the game. Sports Clips, they brought you the MVP of this matchup. They are the home to the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sports Clips. He'll keep you looking your best. Check in online today with the hairstylist at sportsclips.com. We're going to close up shop, head back towards Minot High School. Appreciate BNC National Bank for the scoreboard. Your pregame sponsor was Valvoline. Timeouts were brought to you by First National Bank and Trust. Instant replay was Ryan Family Dealership. Serve Pro brought you the free throw line. Also, Minot State University, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, BSN, Farstead Oil, Val Cyclery, the Aggie Foundation, and Bones Barbecue. And the halftime was Drome's Collision Center. For everybody here at PSP Network, my name is Dallas Sanson alongside Owen Patterson. Thank you for joining us here for a fun night of WDA Hoops. We'll see you a couple more times down the road. Good night, everybody from St. Mary's.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by